All right, the draft is I sent it to you in client.
Okay. You can go ahead and post that for me. Let everybody know we are live for the series. Hmm.
Yep, yep, working on that. Draft is up on screen. Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Yes.
You turn down the music just a touch. And
Well, I will say
let
this.
me.
I'm pretty excited for this matchup.
I am as well. Super, super excited for this. Let's get this link posted.
I'll wait for people to start filing in before I go on my spiel about the matchup here. Yeah, I was coming. I was moving very, very slow. I had to get through my bathroom break. Let's just say that. Failed hustling. What the heck are these guys on? All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the stream. We've got ourselves a big semifinals matchup here today between Team Instinct and Team Coinflip. The winner will be moving on to the finals to face either Femboys or Vancouver Impact Challengers. With me by my side, as always, my co-caster CLT, my goat, my forever best friend. We are here chilling like villains. We have started draft, as you guys can see. Pretty standard bans from both sides. Instinct opting in for the blue side here, which is kind of been a trend, I think, for a lot of people in playoffs, taking blue side first if you have the choice of side selection. And gonna get the Talia, which is a pick that I know is played by both Krieger and Good Boy. So I think a great B1 here, and that's gonna kick us off. It's gonna be very interesting what the answer is into this pick.
Yeah, I think Krieger has a lot of picks he can actually like funnel into this. He's got some long distance champs like Hui still available and Victor as well, but we see they left up Mr. Brandino's patented Vi. Well, not patented, there's a lot of Vi players, but he is probably the one most well known for picking Vi early, picking Vi often in a series and trying to set the
Listen,
tone.
you're not lying when you say it's as bad as Vi. He is, as he would describe himself at one point, a two trick of the jungle. Vi and Elise were his champions. I don't think I'm revealing too much with that because that has been the trend for the split. That's what people tend to ban. It's nothing unusual there. I do think Vi is still in a great spot, so not surprised to see that pickup here. On the other side of things, we are going to get a Zaya, which is a pretty good answer to the Vi Nautilus. The problem for the Zaya here is that there are two ways of getting on her, so she can only alt one of them unless they obviously are like chain CCing really badly. Um, but even if she's hooked at any point, that could pretty much spell disaster for her because the combo is pretty much instantaneous from the Nautilus, and the Vi can then follow up very quickly onto that. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Agreed. Um, I think though, if you're instinct right here, you are really, really susceptible to like long range mages, artillery. If Hui doesn't get picked here, I think you're looking to really ban this out. Krieger plays an absolute fantastic Hui. Um, but also likewise, I think the Poppy here is another kind of answer for a potential Vi Ari combo.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see what coin flips R3. Well, there we go.
So here's the thing: that the Poppy is, you can beat it. I mean, we played against them with it, and they won. Though you got to remember how that game ended. It was goofy, I think. But the thing is that overall, like you can beat the Poppy with the Vi and the Ari. The issue here is there's answers for now Nautilus. There's answers for Ari, and there's answers for Vi. So there's answers for each one of their champions in this first rotation that are very, very good because you have more than one option to stop them entering. So not just the steadfast presence, but also I think it's whatever the rocks are called. We've been told this before, and I forget every time. But the
Unraveled Earth, I believe.
Unravel Earth, yes. So you have two options to stop them from getting in there, which is huge. The other thing is, again, we pointed out the Zaya ulti and how that works. So I think Instinct so far, pretty much right on top of draft and are winning drafts early here, which kind of begs the question of why leave up all these options for Coinflip. But then again, maybe they're just more scared of those other three that they chose to ban. Obviously, Braum is really good into Nautilus, so I do get it. I do overall get it.
Well, I think the thing is, Instinct kind of banned out some of the other signature champions to force them onto this, knowing that, the Talia B1's going to be great, and if Vi's ever in play, then you have the Poppy answer, and then they just happen to respond with Ari as well. So I think this was actually a really well-devised plan out of Instinct to test Coinflip's champ pools early in the series.
Yeah,
Because you have this many answers for all of their signature champions in a Fearless series, a B05
yep.
Fearless, and this is not going to start off the series great for Coinflip if they lose this.
Yeah, I mean, but if they win, it's gonna be huge. The
Yeah,
Sivir, I
I
think, is a
like this.
really, really nice pick here. I think the Sivir it neutralizes some of the plan here from Instinct in terms of like, well, we can just shut this down, but now you can't ignore the Sivir pick, which is huge. Even if the Vi is going in, even if the R is going in, the Sivir, if it ever gets the free hit, can really carry these fights after 3-4 items. But there you go again. Here's the next answer to the pick. You pick the Jarvan. You make the Sivir's life a living hell. So this is just excellent drafting out of Instinct so far. Man, it makes you wonder if like Coinflip. I know that they are trying to this game one probably means the most of them. They try to get this win, but I almost feel like maybe holding your Vi pick, maybe holding your Ari pick for another game might actually be worth it, and just sacking a game to try to get some of their picks out might have been worth it. Maybe you just like slam the Poppy yourself in game one and just go run it down or something.
Yeah, man, I really love Instinct's draft. I
No,
think the Jarvan is a little suspect, but I think it still does decently well. Like you can
so
R and then EQ out, but
I think it goes back to like when I break down sometimes a single champ has a single job. So right now the Jarvan's singular job is to make Sivir's life a living hell. He doesn't care if he dies as long as he makes Sivir have a hard time free hitting while the rest of his team is killing the engage that is trying to come into them, right? So now this
this
pick
is
is
quite.
spicy
I like it. I like it a lot.
because right now Instinct Draft showing me that Poppy top probably. So yeah, it is spicy. If Kennen can get a lead early, game could get hard.
Yeah, yeah. I think flexing the Poppy top was actually. I don't know if it was necessary because the issue I find with Poppy top is even though it has this really really special W from like dodging. I'm sorry, preventing dashes and grounding people after the prevent. It being top lane means it's just relegated away from the other members of the team. So now in the early to mid game, while towers are falling, if Kennen ever gets in a state where he can split push and force, Poppy bot lane or Talia bot lane, now one of your two like anti-dash mechanics is kind of away from the team. So
100%.
I'm not a I get the Renata pick, but I really do like the Poppy at support here. But we'll see. Arctic's been known to play this Poppy quite
We'll
well.
see. I'm gonna throw on a song and I'm gonna walk away for a second. If you still want to talk, you're more than welcome to. I'm just gonna throw on a song that seems so fitting for this type of series. That's not it. Like, why is this playing? Hold on. This is it. Boom, boom, boom. It's hilarious.
Now, don't get us
Maybe,
a copyright
maybe
issue.
boom, boom, boom is fitting actually.
So I go. The warrior spirit is never broken.
Yeah, I haven't hopped over to the Twitch to see who we got here. We got 14 viewers here.
Alright, CLT, I'm back.
Yo yo.
Yeah, man, I had to play that Rebellion Soul fucking song, man. It goes hard.
That's a good one.
It goes hard.
There's a couple of those that I've stolen from this playlist that I posted. You know, it's got a bunch of League of Legends stuff like the Piercing Light, which is I think Lucian's song. You know, the instrumental Worlds Collide. The Boy Who Shattered Time, I think, is fucking fantastic. Echoes like
That's
theme
good.
song.
I think some of those for me have just been I've played so much already in the past because they're already on my playlist. I don't want to
Yeah,
hear them anymore.
that's fair. I have more of an electronic playlist that if I needed just a different taste of music, I'll go over to that, which has some of this on there as well.
Yeah, I have a lot of NCS. You know, no copyrights sounds on my stuff.
Mhm.
Electronamia, Tobu, Electrolyte. That's my jam for like playing League specifically. All right, I assume you're not in yet, right?
Correct.
What?
Welcome to
This stuff's being
Summoner's
so
Rift.
funky. There it goes. All right, I'm paused at 26 seconds.
All right.
Do you have high latency on the Twitch or something?
Mm.
I'm just noticing like if it feels like there's a bigger gap between the like it looks like a minute almost on the stream.
No, I haven't touched with any of the settings.
Let's check into
I
that.
actually don't quite remember where you even find that on the Twitch. I know on YouTube it's like right there on the stream manager like desktop.
Hey, maybe my Twitch is lagging on my phone. I don't know. Seems weird.
Could be.
Still not in?
No, sir.
It won't happen for the rest of the night, but game one surely will be the
Game
game.
one, it does happen.
It happens every time. It's the
7
classic.
seconds, 8 seconds. We just got in.
You got a while to go. I'm at 26, so.
Gee.
Yeah, I know. I didn't mean to be so far up, but you normally come in at like 15, so.
22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Perfect.
27.
So anyways, we're going to see an invade here by Coinflip. Well, not a full invade, more of a... Can we get good boy
30
to
seconds until
step up
minions
just a
fall.
little bit? You're kind of playing up here in the mid lane. Maybe they will go for a late invade. Wait, Avo is walking up. Avo's walking up. Ooh. Will we flash here? No, we will not. Okay. Oh, but that means Don Don.
Hey, Krieger!
We're going to get some damage here. Krieger getting hard chunked. He's going to be forced to reset.
Minions have spawned.
It's really nice for Arresto to kind of body block Krieger so he can finish that back there.
But doesn't mean he will get to the minion lane. Wait, no, I can't.
No, he doesn't.
I
He
can't
doesn't miss any.
speak. The minion wave late.
He doesn't get the CS, but he does not lose out on experience, which is the major thing.
I'm trying to say lane for some reason while saying minion. The minion lane. How does that make any sense? Holy moly. What a start to the
Ooh.
nice dredge line early on here onto Eclipse. Means they're going to get some really nice damage off on this lane. Don Don trading heavily. A flat step from Geoprow gets the ignite down. Don Don, what are you doing? That's what Geo just said. I was going to be very, very careful here. The other supports having flash. Ooh, that dredge line was pretty close. Seeing the power of this bot lane right now, who quite possibly is the best bot lane this split. I mean, I know people have said it in the chat, and I kind of started to agree. I think Geopower and Aristotle have showed up all split and have played phenomenally well together.
Yeah, it's not. It's not a. It's not an egregious statement. I mean, definitely, really showed up in these playoffs outside of the swing game.
Zoom in. You want to zoom in a little bit? Is that better? Let me know. I just saw the chat on this. So I do apologize if you posted that already and I was a little late. Let me know if you need more.
Decent poke coming.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Took
another.
a flash to Aristotle. They want a full commit. They know that Avalon is on the way. It will be enough to get the first blood. Will they be able to get two, though? Don is going to fall. Now Vi is here. Let's see if Aval commits. He is committing. That means the Vi is going to show up. Here comes the flash. Oh, no, the flash! Q is not executed to perfection, but they do burn the flash from this Jarvan. No problem.
But fortunately, burned the flash from the Vi as well.
Well, they were always going to burn the flash from the Jarvan, so I think the Vi had to commit flash to do so. Or not always. I think she had to. Like Brandino had to. So, just unfortunate that the execution on that Q wasn't as clean. But still, a huge win in the bot lane. Brandino a little early on that.
Oh, good boy.
Beautiful knockback, forcing Krieger to flash. One more auto's going to do it. Can Brandino get the kill? Can he finish it? He's probably going to flip his life. This is probably going to be a double. It will not. Just barely able to walk out here. Advantage to Krieger, though. He does have his TP up. So able to catch this wave. That means Good Boy is going to be put a little bit behind regardless of the kill.
Yeah, but ahead in experience, though, he's going to hit level 6 about halfway sooner now.
Yeah, Brandino looks a little rusty in this game already. Missing two crucial Qs there. Oh, nice poke here out of Krieger.
Really, the solo kill evened up experience. Good Boy was still a little behind because of the minion state.
Yeah, it did help out a little bit, definitely, to get the kill. It was really unfortunate because if Brandino hits that Q on the TP, that's for sure just a free kill there. Yeah, Coinflip's bot lane just seems to be on the same page at all times here, and that's the most impressive thing. Good Boy now, I think he saw a Vi path over here, but here comes the engage here from Krieger. This is going to be a dead Good Boy. Once again, the focus there onto the mid lane. Meanwhile, there's a bot lane fight just right afterwards. The transitioning is crazy, and the Sivir is going to fall as Eclipse picks up the kill. Now Geoprow, there's really not many places for him to go or to hide here.
Vi coming down here.
Vi is coming down, but I don't think it's going to matter. And that's going to be 2 kills for Eclipse. And now Avalon is showing up here. Krieger does not have any mana, nor a flash. Let's see if he can walk this out here. It's going to be close. Conquer has built up. Brandino wants the kill, but he's not going to get a beautiful handshake there. Good night to this Vi.
Krieger, that's 3 kills.
Barely able to walk out topside, and now all of a sudden Eclipse has flipped this game hard into his pocket.
That's tempo for drag here for Avalon as well.
Yeah, so that's pretty huge. I do actually think they might be able to engage here from the bot lane if they want to try to cancel it. But they will actually cancel Eclipse's reset instead. Let's see if Geoprow gets frisky here on this Drake. No, they're just going to try to cancel this AD back again. They're going to be able to do it. So even though Eclipse does get this basically triple kill in the bot lane, him being canceled on his reset does mean he will miss some stuff, and Aristotle should get some plates back here, at least one.
Yep. So now we're at a state where, you know, Zaya's only up about 200 gold. She got made up quite a bit of ground off that triple kill. Mid lane is roughly even. Jungle, we see Brandino's up by about 400 gold here.
Yeah, Avalon hasn't really been able to impact the map just quite yet. Still just sitting at a chill 0-0-0. So he hasn't done anything bad or overly good. Did get a Drake though, so well played there. I'm just curious if they're going to try to make it play towards these grubs.
We got the first level 6 here onto Vi.
Oh, they really wanted to try to focus. If Don does show up. Oh, the handshake, the flash in there. That's going to be a dead Krieger, certainly.
Oh.
No, he will get out just barely. As Good Boy didn't have the flash to commit, but that means that they will have set up for grubs if they want to commit to them.
I seen the play there. They were just a little too out of sync for that. That was going to be a handshake pulling them over the unraveled earth, but we got Matthias. Oh, Lord.
Full fight here on the top side. He's going to be able to burn the flash. I don't know if Avalon actually wins this at this point. The CC, the stun. Does he have flash to get closer? He is going to be able to get in there in time. Does he have the damage for the kill? He's going to get one. But he's going to be trading his life as Arctic picks up the kill. Now Matthias is forced to run away. A bit of a coin flippy play as the name indicates. And a 1-for-1 trade on the top side.
Now we see kind of a desync on where the supports are going to go. Don going bot, Geoprow. Back in and now going after these grubs here.
Yeah, I feel confident in the fact that they should be able to pick up at least 2 grubs here without much contest. As Don was forced to walk back bot lane. And we are seeing heavy trade in the mid lane. Good Boy is doing pretty low.
Really well.
Aristotle doesn't see it coming. Beautiful all out of the bush. Aristotle handshaked into his death. Tries to pop the barrier. Is going to flash the wall. Oh, but he's not going to be clipped. Can he walk away? No, he can't, because here comes the Weaver's Wall from Good Boy. Good Boy is going to be able to pick up the kill, but that does mean, again, grubs, all 3 will be secured by Coinflip. But that's going to be clipped a lot of time on this turret, and Avalon a bunch of time in Mr. Grandino's jungle.
Oh, nice stun here by Arctic up top. Arctic's got double buff, so he can actually trade pretty aggressively here. Oh. Jungler splitting map now. Another potential 2v2 mid here. Oh, nice charm.
I'm tell you, this is going to go in favor of one team here, and it's going to be Brandino. He does end up getting flashed nearly not enough damage, but just barely not enough. Never mind. It's going to get turned by Avalon, and Good Boy. Oh, it's so close. That Vi Ari combo is so strong, but the Vi just barely didn't have enough damage to finish off the Talia.
Yeah, Ari had 2 charges there, and I'm not sure if Krieger was saying to back off, and Brandino thought he was already gone, so he was just trying to get out the most damage. But the Coinflip mid-jungle there didn't look like they were on the same page.
Yeah, I think if you full commit into that Talia, there's no chance that Talia is going to live there.
Yeah. Yeah, if you flash forward and then ult even across the unraveled earth, the damage will still go to Talia. Oh, Matthias all-inning Arctic here.
Yeah, it's really just for some poke damage there.
First strike numbers.
That as well. They're going to turn onto this Drake. No response here from Brandino. Looks like they want to try to head topside. Assault and Battery, though, it's still not up, so I don't think they have much chance of killing this Poppy. Brandino's trying to Trying to return to the places he's been.
I have mid lane. I have the tent emote when shit like this happens to me.
We do have
Jinx it, but
in the vicinity of top side. Let's see if Matthias spots this out. Gonna see him on the ward. Here comes the full commit here. Arctic's gonna have a nice way into the wall here. Beautifully done so far. Matthias is forced to flash. Here comes the ulti. Never mind. Arctic didn't even have it there. He's just gonna flash Q. That's gonna be the kill.
yeah, nice little 1-2 combo with the Jarvan ult into Poppy E. That's gonna just 100% stun chance in the Jarvan ult.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, really good synergy here. Oh no, I think it's a bit of a misstep there by GeoProw trying to find the engage, but he's being forced down to nearly 0 HP. Eclipse has so much damage right now. But Krieger has also made his way down to the bot lane. Like they might have some knowledge. They will spot him here on the ward. He's gonna try to go in, but he's gonna get handshake right away. This is gonna be a kill to the turn, certainly. Charm comes out, but it doesn't matter. Eclipse picks up the single kill there. Not respecting the handshakes of Don. He's been in so many crucial ones here in the early game. Now Eclipse is 4-1 on the Xayah pick.
Yeah, Eclipse 4-1, Good Boy 3-2, Arctic 2-0. I see a really, really good mid game.
This ain't the angle. He's gonna flash in. I don't know about this play here, Brandito. You're killing your team. You're trying to end this game quickly, buddy, or what? GeoProw is trying to sprint for the hills. Looks like he is gonna be able to walk away. Oh my goodness, Coinflip is getting a little hypey here.
They're living up to their name for sure. The thing that was really interesting about that, especially the ult from Don, is it hit GeoProw, and then GeoProw went over and snared Sivir. Oh, I don't think you guys wanted this.
No, that's going to be certainly a double kill for Eclipse. Give him one, give him two, knocking him down, making him 7-1. CLT, this game is starting to quickly fall apart here as the bot lane turret certainly should fall, though Ahri is on the way, so it will not. But Krieger does not have results. Oh no, he does. It's back up. This could be a shutdown. Let's see how it's played. Oh, Krieger with a bit of a misstep. Yeah. Threw out his charm a little early.
Yeah, with all this roaming from Krieger, Good Boy got mid first turret, and that ended up giving feats over to Instinct, as that's the last thing they were missing there.
Yeah, now here comes Good Boy. He knows he doesn't have the ulti here. Throws the Q the wrong way.
Unraveled Earth is not in a great position, but looks
the
like
charm's
it does
going
not
to
matter.
miss. That's going to be a solo kill for Good Boy. GeoProw has found his way up here to Arctic. Arctic does not have his flash, but he does have his ulti. And he's just going to knock him out of there with Keeper's Verdict. But Drake is going to spawn here in 50 seconds.
Did GeoProw already use or try to Q him?
No, he did not.
Because you know the tech of like if Nautilus throws the Q and hits the wall or somebody mid,
Yeah.
Poppy ult, it comes right back.
Yep. No, he did not use it there. But that doesn't mean Arctic doesn't have his ult for this fight here at Drake. I wonder if they're going to try to get Matthias in here with a TP flank. I feel like that might be your only angle, but meanwhile, bot lane is going to fall here. This time around, I'm certain it will. But now, Krieger, you're in a bad spot. Your job is to try to dodge out the EQ. They're just going to burn the Ahri ulti instead. Well played.
this will end up being third dragon over to Instinct and Soul Point.
Yeah, without much contest. Oh no, good boy's hunting. Really nice stretch line, but I don't think it's going to mean too much. CC layering so far not too bad, but of course they're still an ulti. Meanwhile, Krieger's walking up and he's getting killed. Arctic TP's in, trying to keep his boy safe. Beautiful ult here coming out of Don, trying to stop them from making anything happen. But here comes Matthias! Oh, but he sent Packet with the keeper's verdict. That ends up being a huge advantage here for the side of Instinct.
Well played by Arctic, keeping that ult up ready for Kennen.
There was a shutdown. Matthias did pick up the kill on the good boy, but right now they're staring down a pretty big deficit. Roughly 5K at the moment here, CLT.
Yeah, that looked like a potential angle. Matthias couldn't get in there as quickly as he could because he got sectioned out by the Talia wall. So that kind of felt bad there. But yeah, overall the pocketbook's starting to come into play here for Instinct a little bit. I mean, they are up a little under 6K.
And they still have a tier 1 in the top lane, 2 takes, so let's see what happens there. Right now, I mean, the only thing that they've got in their pockets is the grubs, so if they're able to touch turrets, they will kill turrets relatively fast, but Instinct have been like guard dogs anytime someone's gotten close to these turrets. Another really nice dredge line, but I don't know if it's going to mean enough. It is a pretty decent ulti from Geoprob, but it's just not enough. The damage is just not there. Krieger's actually TPing in. They're going to try to full focus on to Eclipse. Eclipse should fall here. Now they're going on to Don. Don is going to die. Vi flashing out and surviving. Huge shot down to the charm under the turret. Avalon forced to flash away. That means he's going to be very low. That's why are we pulling me to the top side of the map? Do not do that. That is ridiculous. I'm trying to see what's happening mid. Holy moly. Nice play from the side of Coinflip, getting some gold back into their pockets. Now they want to turn to this Otacon. I think the Otacon would be good, but I feel like the mid turret and some gold right there would also just be as good. I don't know. What's your take, CLT? Is this the play?
I like the Otacon play for the most part. I mean, Good Boy does have TP here.
Oh, and Arctic is going to make it here. He does have the keeper's verdict. Let's see how this is played.
I think the thing is Avalon does not have R, which I think is really the big...
Oh, he actually goes in! He's going to get charmed! Going in late, that means he's certainly going to die. He does have flag and trap up. He might actually find a way to live, and he does! But man, that was very risky. No, big thing to know, Aristotle burned his flash trying to finish off the Jarvan.
True. Overall, though, Otacon being a big pickup, especially when it came to experience. We've seen that the ADCs were leveled down. Now with this Otacon, they're roughly even. Still a level advantages on mid jungle here. Top lane actually has a level advantage for Coinflip, so overall, I like the Otacon. You're back within 3K gold of this deficit here, so you're grinding away at it. The mid lane fight was super key, though. We do see IE finished now by Sivir. Yun Tao should be fully stacked as well. Yes, it is. So this next dragon fight, you kind of got all of the item spikes you want for Coinflip going into it.
Look at Geoprob's positioning here. I'm really curious if they're going to be able to find a pick here onto anybody. You see Avalon walking in. Eclipse just picked the red buff. They're all cycling in. They're going to try to turn onto this Jarvan. Nice Q. Nice stretch line. They're going to pop him. Shut down. Going over. Now here comes his depth is low, but it's just going to burn
two big ults.
And Don's actually, which is pretty massive. Oh, the charm is going to connect here on a good boy. Doesn't look like it's going to turn into too much, because meanwhile top lane is being shoved by Arctic, who should be able to pick up that tier 2 eventually. But Drake spawning in 10 seconds. Jarvan's dead for 15. Let's see if they're able to shred it in time.
Yeah, you get a bot lane tier 1. You lose top lane tier 2, but you stop a little. You delay at least the dragon stacking.
Oh, well, Matthias is full committed. He's going to try not to just give this for free. He's going to make Arctic work for it. He does get 700k in his pocket. Nice CC up, but Eclipse has come up here. Matthias is going to have to be very, very careful. Forced to flash away. Feathers aren't going to do too much at the moment.
Oh,
Matthias gets the
Lord,
lock in
that's
time, but it's not going to be enough. They are going to be able to pick up the kill. Proper cross-map play here from Team Instinct. Blue team losing? No, blue team is currently winning. Why do you ask? So, Charles, they're currently up 3K. This is game 1. If that's what you're wondering, this is game 1. Oh, Art's is going to find a nice stun into the wall. This is going to make Aristotle go nearly to die here. But now they're committing, and their AD carry so low, he's not going to be able to hit here in this fight. That means Brandino should eventually die. Geo probably is going to die there in the background. Brandino did get grounded.
Oh, nice handshake.
It was a nice handshake, and Matthias does find a decent R, but it's just not going to matter. The slicing maelstrom is just not enough. A bit of a mistake here. Good boy burning Krieger's flash. Now they're going to march it down the mid lane.
That Weaver's wall was so good.
Yeah, it was very good. I don't understand the angle there of full committing there onto the Poppy. Very interesting play. I do kind of feel like Coinflip was fine where they were at. They just played a little slower, wait for Baron to spawn, but now they don't have a mid inhibitor.
Yeah, which is really big because their wave clear outside of Sivir is not.
They don't land
really
the hook time's a good point, but they are going to land a lot of damage. But a nice knockback there on a Krieger. Keeper's verdict going to send him out. Oh no! The AD carry is caught out. Good boy's kiting. He's kiting. He's kiting. He's surviving. He will not die. Double kill here for Eclipse. And oh my goodness, the fighting just doesn't stop. Coinflip, try as they might, they can't seem to be able to pick up a single kill anymore.
Yeah, they keep getting all big-eyed for low health opponents instead of just cutting the losses and just going.
And now, I mean, you gotta think what's the angle? There's no flash here on Matthias. It's gonna be really hard for him to get into the fight here at Baron. Assuming they want to try to stop this Baron. It's already gonna be under 10k pretty quickly here. GeoProw kind of positioning, but I assume maybe the best is just gonna try for a steal. But Arctic is going to zone. Here comes a nice Weaver's wall. Oh, it puts him in a really, really bad spot. Oh, are they going to be able to get out here? That's the question. GeoProw is chunked pretty low. Here comes the Jarvan. And he's thrown back. I'm certain if this Nautilus is not long for this world, he will be sent back to his grave.
This is now a commanding lead for Instinct. Ari's not a big fan of Baroned up minions. Kennen definitely isn't. The only one that can really wave clear and combat the siege is Sivir.
Oh, and a handshake on Arya. That means Arya's going to be forced to use her abilities, but she's stunned right into the wall. Good boy shoving mid lane. That means they're certainly going to pick up this tier 3 in the top side of the map. Inhibitor will be next. Oh, never mind. Brandino will be next. He just drops the assaulted battery just to disappear. Matthias tries to find a way in, but a beautiful Jarvan R makes sure that he cannot get in. Say goodnight. Aristotle is falling. GeoProw by himself as his Vi is forced to run away. Never mind. Vi is dead. And that's going to be your game 1 going over to Instinct. No chance. The Instinct is losing this game. We're moving on to game 2.
Yep. That was a really, really even early and mid game there, but Instinct got ahead. Coinflip did fight back. They chipped in from a 6k goal lead. They got it down to 3, but then a couple of fights They just felt like they didn't take them in the greatest position.
Are you already in here? You are.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah, it felt mostly to me like the biggest thing was Instinct just needed to slow it down a bit. Or not Instinct, I'm sorry, Coinflip. Needed to slow it down a bit. Like they had an advantage early, and I think if they play it slower early, I think they're in an okay spot. Then they kind of clawed back in. Like you said, they brought it to that 3K. And I feel like if they just played slow around the map for a bit, just played towards that Baron side of the map, I feel like they had a chance. Um, but unfortunately, they took a few too many fights, and that cost them.
Yeah, I think overall, there for, about a 5 to 7 minute span, Coinflip played to their comp's strength as far as death bushing, making Instinct like walk into fog of war and get caught out for it. It was when they engaged way too ahead of the rest of their team, then Instinct can just kind of collapse on the engager or pick them off and then play the 4v5.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate. I have a. I can't remember. Did Coinflip make it to semis last year, CLT? Do you remember?
Yeah. Looking at now this game two draft here.
Yeah, they were definitely getting right into it immediately. So these two
Yeah.
teams, it almost feels like Coinflip's like, listen, guys, we have an average game time we need to meet here. So either 25 minutes a game or GG's.
Yeah. Yeah. These two teams are not afraid of fighting. Coinflip welcomes it. So
Well, I just meant like maybe they got stuff going on, so it's just like we need to finish this game fast. We either win fast or lose fast. Either which way, we got shit to do.
yeah. I'm seeing Ivern deny here from Instinct. This might be the first time I've seen Instinct play Ivern.
So I had to check it for myself. Coinflip has made it to semis before last split. So
Okay.
this is their second
So
crack at it. They lost 3-1 last split to
the
Bori's
Bori, if I
team.
remember.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. So no Bori in your way this time. It's just a Team Instinct instead, who were defeated by Bori's team as well. So it seems like Bori's out of the tournament now. Everybody gets to run Rampage or something. But enough about the old guy that's won. That's won in the past. It's about the future, right? But yeah, I like the Ivern pickup. It's a deny from Coinflip. Coinflip played a lot of their champs there in game one that are like their really strong suits. So now let's see. Let's see what they can do to pull it out here. Are we gonna get ourselves the 2-0 start for Instinct like I predicted, or can Coinflip somehow switch the tides early and get themselves a victory here in game two? That is going to be the question, and a lot will fringe on this draft here. I think the Jinzao Leona are really nice for Tristana to get in there and do her damage. I think my concern at the moment is how do you plan to get through these Ivern shields? That's my question. And I almost
As
feel
of
like maybe Renekton pickup might not be a bad idea.
Even though don't think Renekton is too fond of building Serpent's Fang.
No, it's not because of Serpent's Fang. And a power W breaks shields.
True.
He doesn't need a Serpent's Fang at all. All he has to do is make sure that when he's engaging on whatever target, when the shield comes out, he clicks the power W and they just now can get one shot. It does make, I think, the Renekton maybe a little more front to backish, or not really front to backish, but you know what I mean. Like it definitely wants to play on whatever target they want. So if their goal is just to chop down something like the support quickly, they can still do that if the Renekton's got his W up.
Mm. They want to get rid of all the shields here for out of the support role.
Why, hello there, Rusty.
Rusty, what's up? Ooh. Okay. Let's pick your poison here, Instinct. It's either going to be Tristana or Smolder mid.
They already picked Poppy there in game one, so Poppy is off the table. To answer your question there,
Yep.
Rusty. The Alistar here is a really, really nice pickup and answer. By the way, I think this might be a Smolder top.
It's a possibility. I can see that.
Matthias is a Smolder enjoyer, as we know. We've seen him in the AD carry role playing tons of it last split, so I have a sneaking suspicion that I am reading this correctly. And
Ooh.
this is going to be mid counter here. The question is, what is the counter going to be? Unless he's been putting out work in the mid lane on Smolderpick, which would be kind of something else. Because we definitely have not seen him pull it out before.
What is the pick here if this is Smolder top?
Victor.
So this is Smolder top.
I'm going to be honest, I don't like the Victor.
I'm not a big fan of Victor either, but I don't know what else Krieger had in his pocket. They banned his Mel. They picked away his Hui. You know, Victor was kind of the next one up.
I think Oriana would have been my angle, to be honest.
I think Oriana's really good here.
I feel
Get
like
poked
you
out by
want to
Hui,
play. Yeah, sure, but I feel like you want to play here for Reset City on Tristana or just letting the Smolder free hit, right? I don't. Now you're forced to maybe peel back for a Victor, and I just don't think that's what you want to do. You want to try to burst them as quick as possible.
Not forgive or forget.
I don't know if you have the ability or you've drafted enough damage to burst them early enough, you know, into Ivern, you know, or an Alistar.
There are enough champions for best of 5 fearless. There's 10 champions eliminated per game, so only 40 champions by game 5 would be out, plus whatever bans they were to input. So a total of 50 champions would not be able to be played in game 5. And there's 162, I think it is, or 164, something around there. So there's definitely more than enough. You could realistically run about 10 games of fearless before you even ran into any issues. What crazy stuff that would be, though, right?
There is 170 champions.
Oh, that's more than I even thought. Yeah.
And in 2 patches, 171.
What champion's dropping next?
I forget her name, but she is an orb-based AD carry.
Brother, I haven't even been keeping up. I didn't know there was a new AD carry dropping. That's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, the new dev blog came out, I think it was mid-yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Had some really good stuff on it. ARAM, for those ARAM enjoyers, it's going to rotate between 3 different maps. Yep, there's a new Ionian map that they are bringing out. There is Buildwater Bridge. The
Sweet.
Gangplank map
I'll be
is
honest.
coming back.
I'm just happy we're not getting a new champion on finals week or anything. So that's cool with me. They can drop it afterwards. That's great. Uh, I didn't like when Mel kind of slow key got dropped in the middle of the split last year. So
Yeah. Well, we did put in that rule for a week for
true,
a champion.
a week for a champion, but that's still not that long. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's not even about like, oh, you just pull out the champion, figure it out and play. I mean, that is wholeheartedly true. You can't just figure it out and play. I think for me, it's more just like I don't want to see people pulling out the champion and being either bad at it or just so cracked at it. It just doesn't like it's not fun to see because usually they're just broken, right? So
Yeah. So, what what draft are you preferring here?
Team Instincts draft. They've got great scaling. Alistar to deal with the Leona pick. Great engage from both Alistar and the Orange setup. So, but I will say this: I think if we were to go late game, it'd be a very interesting situation because, like, true late game, we're talking like 40 minutes. Both these teams really do have great flat scaling. I just don't know if that matters. Because if Leona can never find great solar flares, like, the game won't be playable for her once we get to later on in the game. So.
I agree. I think late game's going to be quite interesting because Ornn plus Ornn items, Ivern, I think can make a lot of things happen. But then it's also like Smolder, Victor, Tristana. So I think I'll probably side with Instinct because Corky is like pretty scary as a scaler, even though he's not designed to be. But I just like the overall range, I think, from Instinct's comp. Like, Good Boy, for the most part, can do a lot of work against the front line of Coinflip.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not, disagreeing with that take at all. It's definitely going to be very interesting, and I think both drafts are not bad. Yeah, that's for sure. But I think Coinflip here wants to play slower. Like, I don't think you need to force as much. I mean, maybe bot lane wants to be aggressive, but the rest of the map is just chilling. Jinzao maybe invades the Ivern here, which would be a good angle for him. But yeah, everybody else, chill. Let those soul lanes get ahead. Shoot. Ahead through scaling. Just scale up.
I don't think Instinct's team comp mine's playing slow either, though.
No, I mean, neither of them do, but I just feel like it's kind of good for both sides, but I really feel like if you can play for like the 25-minute mark ish for the Smolder here, get him online, and then maybe start looking to fight over objectives.
Yeah. I think that is probably the biggest win con here for Coinflip is the Smolder top, because there's not the most amount of pressure put up top for it. Like Ornn, Ivern, not known to be like a great duo, don't bring the greatest amount of damage.
No, I mean, you could definitely punish it top side of the map, though I do think Ornn average damage is pretty underrated, so it depends on how it's played, honestly. If you focus the Jinzao down and Smolder is free hitting, I think that's good for you, because I don't think Smolder's damage early is that great. So it'll be interesting to see if they do 2v2 on the top side.
Also, the 2v2 is going to be so slow from Ivern Orin that Smolder just gets a stack. Like, way more, too. Even if he does die. Like, Smolder has so many more spell rotations he can get out.
I anticipate roams from Alistar early, and they try to shut down this Victor, make the Victor's game pretty hard. That's kind of my feeling when I'm leaning right now.
We'll see. I mean, Coinflip's bot lane could also go for a really, really aggressive 2v2 here. Like, you do have the Geoprow PTA Leona.
Yeah, I mean, if you get level 2 first, you know, there's potential. What's up?
My spectate just died.
Oh, well, I'm in.
Oh.
You want me to wait for you, or just go ahead?
Uh, let me see.
I'll give you a few seconds.
Yeah, pause it for just a few seconds. I'm loading back into it now. It was one of those data could not be downloaded bullshit. Okay, I'm in already.
What's your time?
3 seconds. 4,
All right, I'm at 11.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Perfect. Oh, we're getting Moss in the chat. Where's the Tomper?
Yeah, I'm really, really going to pay attention to the Smolder stacking here.
Welcome to
Oh, you asked for the Tomper.
30 seconds until
These two
minions
teams,
spawn.
man, I can't with them. You can tell there's a lot of respect between the two teams. I know they've been scrimming each other for the last 2 splits, and obviously they've played now a couple times, so. I do think they're well versed in how each other play.
Yep.
Minions have spawned.
It's interesting to me, but Brandino hasn't been starting the red trinket. I think a lot of times it's really, really good. Give no information. He is going to try to play around that vision by doing the red buff first. So now they at least don't for sure know where he starts, but I'm sure they have an inkling that it is topside map.
Leading off this Alistar here. Setting up for
They're giving,
really combative level 2.
they're really not pushing the wave here. So I really would love to see the Tristana Leona lane try to get level 2 first. But instead they're going to give it to the Alistair Corki here for sure. Maybe it'll be close because of the Tristana passive, maybe? No, they got it first, just slightly early, but Alistair wasn't really able to find anything.
Oh, good boy taking E level 2.
It might be the call to let the Shinzao come down early. Now they do have that ward in the bush in the river, so it does mean he gets spotted out.
Yeah. Boy did get a little bit of an interesting deep ward, but I don't think it's deep enough to really do much.
Not going to spot him unless he passes that way through the banana bush for Scuttle. So we're really going to find out here. That ward's expiring, what, about 30 seconds right now, so it's going to be very interesting. I do think the Jinzai will be coming down. Let's see if he crosses over this ward or not.
Bot side ward here has another 25 seconds. So
Avalon's shown up, and a lot of damage here on Matthias, forcing out the flash early on. Oh, that ward doesn't expire, but they are going to try to turn onto the Alistar.
fight bot lane.
They are going to get damage here onto Eclipse. Man, they should have stayed focused on the same champion, but they do end up killing Don anyways for first blood. Going over to Aristotle. It was a very interesting decision. The Tristana dropping the bomb onto the Corki. But now they want to try to look to dive. Oh, E doesn't land, but the W is going to land. Tristana does have the damage. Barrier is going to come out. They want a full commit for this. One more auto is going to do it. He does get the healing in time. Ends up dying to the Corki, but Good Boy does show up with a TP. No TP in response. That means Good Boy's going to get the kill for himself here. So it's a 1 to each carry off the side of Instinct, but Corki does miss a bit of a wave. And if that Zenith Blade was able to land, I'm certain Corki would have died much quicker. Yeah, I don't know if it's almost as much disrespect. It's just really well played also there by Avalon. I think Corki thought he had, or not Corki, I'm sorry, but the Smolder thought he had the range. So, to get out, but he just was not able to do so.
Smolder at 25 stacks now.
Really nice ward once again. Didn't see who dropped it on the Xin Zhao, but the Xin Zhao will be spotted on his clear, so bot lane's gonna have to play safe. There's no flashes though on anybody on the bot side of the map right now. But I feel confident to say that GeoPro honestly could take pretty much almost any engage he wants, and they would win it. This is BF sword to Caulfields. Oh, they're going to try to turn right here in a Don Don. And look at Brandino. He's like, I'm not going to give this guy an escape. Well played. No W chance for the Alistar. And now the Corgi's forced to back off the tower completely. He's going to miss a lot here as they're going to start picking up turret plates for themselves. Now, Drake is also on the table. CLT, I do wonder for them to turn to this Drake.
Yeah, I think you start up this Drake here because this Mountain Drake I think is very, very key. Getting a little bit of extra scaling like defensive stats here, since you're kind of walking in the Hoi Corki a little bit, but if you do get jumped on, it helps out there as well.
Well, interesting decision. They are just going to take their resets. And you see immediately starting the Drake up is going to be Avalon. So I like the aggression early, but I just feel like you're winning bot side. This Drake just should not be going over to blue team.
Yeah, I would agree. Mountain Drake going over to an Orin comp, not fun.
This could be a solo kill on the top lane. Yeah, RT's forced to flash away. I'm like, wait a second, what's that E? Now Krieger has to be careful here in the mid lane because this could be an all-in here from Good Boy. Both going to drop their ultis, both going very, very low. Krieger forced to flash. One more auto is going to do it. That's a solo kill. Once again, Good Boy showing off here in the mid lane.
Yeah, Hui's always been traditionally a pretty good answer in the Victor because after the first back, you just have way more base damage. You know, Victor's kit's got a lot more scaling built into it.
Oh,
Plus, also
Good
Good Boy.
Nice fear on the Brandino. Well
Good
played.
boy.
Well, it did help that he was able to, you know, TP down the bot lane and get himself a free kill.
Yeah, that extra amp tome there came in, but he also had the red pot from Triple Tonic going as well.
Aristotle and GeoPro, a nice flash engage there from Don Don, but beautifully played there by GeoPro, basically going to give his life. He's going to hit the Xenoblade. Is he going to try to escape? No, it doesn't look like he's going to. Wait. Interesting decision there from Aristotle. I honestly would have loved to see him just put all of its damage, drop the E on the Alistar. I think he just kills the Alistar there, right?
Potentially. Like, I think he was worried about Avalon throwing a Q his way and getting CC'd and dragged into it.
Ooh, Brandino is going to find out Avalon, but I don't think he has enough damage. Does he have the flash there? He does. One more is going to do it. Oh, Avalon flashes into the wall. Super unfortunate there. And a big kill there for Brandino. Oh, the combo. Nearly executed. There's a lot of damage to get the auto off in time. my goodness. I thought this team was called Instinct, not Coinflip. What is going on?
It feels bad. I seen the play. I seen the theory. The Warren combo does a massive amount of damage, but you know, it's easy to flash away from. We'll see though. Oh, Avalon's already up here.
Shield is broken.
3
Bias
stacks.
could kite this out. Possibly. Never mind. He's gonna get rooted up. He should eventually
4
die.
stacks.
There's not a lot of damage here. Is W up yet? One more
5
auto will
stacks.
do it.
Oh, they trade.
The 1-for-1. I think that's an advantage for Matthias, 100%. As like
Yeah.
you said, all the stacks he got and the kill.
We got 5 stacks from that fight as well, along with the orange stacks here. Let's double check.
Yeah, they're looking. To,
Oh, big fight here in the bot lane. Oh, never mind. Don with the cowbell. Oh, good boy, all in Krieger again. And Matthias now at 72 stacks.
I think he's doing pretty good on his stacks at the moment, right, TLT?
I would agree, yeah. And I think it gets just more and more accelerated once he hits 125. Oh, Krieger's back at stopped. Oh, this is not good for Krieger here.
No TP.
No TP. Yeah.
Let's see. Can they bail him out, though? We do see Leona here, so there's a potential for the bailout. I started with a really nice buffer there on the W.
Good boy pathing really well.
Yeah, but I think he's going to get all the objectives to start this game. I feel like that's not something you want to see. I mean,
Yeah.
you have a winning,
Yeah,
you have a winning bot and a winning top, and you end up losing both objectives. It just feels interesting to me.
Yeah, I tend to agree there. Though, I mean, top's a little more of an even state. But yeah, bot lane, the fact that you gave over that Mountain Drake, I think really hurts.
Is able to finally pick up that play. It had been sitting there on a knife's edge, just waiting to die. Oh, both
going
junglers
with
pathing topside. We're seeing engage here. We're also seeing a lot of fighting in. I'm pretty
good
sure
boy.
Krieger should be dead. He does get the shield off, but it's just not going to be enough. Brandino's trying to do whatever he can. Really, really nice ult there, but it's not going to result in too much. Oh, now Geoprow is going to show up. Oh my god, good boy. Every one of these Furies. He does get the slow, though, which is enough. He's actually going to flash in just to make sure he's able to get the kill. And he's going to die.
I don't think you need to burn subs there from Geoprow. Not with Brandino coming down.
Well, I think you want to make sure the execute can happen, though I don't think there was going to be enough time for it. At least they're going to be hitting Drake here. Matthias is going to get clipped by the Ornhorn, but there's really no follow-up here from Arctic.
I do think, though, with this Victor being pretty behind now, the shields and heals coming out of Ivern's going to negate a lot of his damage. Orrington can just keep itemizing armor and be like this big, big brick wall.
Yeah, I think that's what scares me. Now Don, he's walking mid lane, so Krieger has to be very, very careful. Oh, the flash in there! But a good spacing means that it's just a Alistar flash for free.
Yeah. This Deadman's Plate first is quite interesting out of Ornn.
Probably wants the movement speed. Try to stick onto Bias. Plus that auto damage is pretty strong.
Let's see. We're at 111 stacks now for Smolder.
Aristotle, you gotta be careful. Here's the root. There's the play. There's the knockup. Aristotle is flashing away. Nice W. Solar Flare isn't going to land, but they're going to try to engage anyways. As Brandino has showed up. Krieger's also TPing in. They're going to be able to flash onto Eclipse. Eclipse is going to fall. Wait, maybe not. The barrier might be enough. Oh my goodness, he's going to live. Now they're going to turn an Avalon. Avalon with a beautiful flash.
Good boy, though.
Good boy. Oh, the cancel on the jump, but he doesn't have enough damage. He's
Oh!
going to survive. Now Geoprow's in there. He's tanking the R. He's trying to turn onto the mid laner, but I just don't think that's where he wants to be. He's going to fall. Alistar still having his ulti here. Good night to Krieger. Flashing late. And in the end, only ends up being 1 kill, but oh my goodness, what a fight in the bot lane.
Everything was so close. If 1 kill happens there, Arresto pops off.
Oh,
See
now
a
we have to
big
worry about
fight near the
topside here.
top lane.
Arctic, he does have his flash. Matthias does too to follow, but
Yeah, let that Hui back, please.
no.
You don't want no part of that one.
I like that he kind of canceled it by not actually canceling it. Just stepping close. But now I'm worried a bit by Matthias. He's near a wall. He might be able to 1v2 this. Let's see how he plays it. If he can dodge on the Ornhorn, maybe. But no, it doesn't look
Dino's
like he's
here.
going to die in the end. But Brandino is going to try to fight, but here comes Don to the rescue. Arctic also having his flash. Matthias being a little bit too committal here for that turret damage. Arctic might have been caught window shopping. But that's a really, really good cancel there. No TP on this Ornn, so if they want to try to turn and do this Herald, that might be an angle. Oh, good boy. So
Arresto,
much
you don't want
damage
this
from
burn,
him.
potentially?
Oh, nice dodge.
Oh.
He's going to die. No, barely surviving. Pretty insane 1v1. It's about, what, 2 levels difference. And just barely getting out with his life. That means the turret probably is going to fall here. They do pick up the Rift Herald, but I don't think it's going to be enough to stop the feats going over. Or actually, wait, I forgot. Who got Feats of Warfare? I don't actually remember.
Coinflip did. Arresto got the first 3 kills of the game. He was 3-1.
All right, then. Well, then never mind.
So what are we waiting on? First turret went to Instinct because Good Boy got it in the
one
bot
more objective.
lane.
This Drake will decide it here in a minute and a half.
This Drake will give Instinct feats. It will not give Coinflip feats. No, I'm sorry. They got the Rift Herald.
Yeah. Oh, Matthias.
Yeah, so
Matthias has to be careful here. He does not have flash. He's walking right into Good Boy. That means it's going to be a good night angle here. That's a very sleepy smolder. Mom could not come in and save his life.
no. Nope, Mom does not want to deal with Good Boy.
Avalon says, hey, thank you for your blue buff, sir.
Don just threatening to take it.
So here's a positive note. Matthias will be up for the Drake if they want to try to fight over this. Looks like Aristotle's is he heading towards topside. No, he's just snagging red. Okay, I don't know if he's gonna go defend the top turret, but I have a sneaking suspicion we're about to get a 5v5 at this Drake. What say you, CLT?
Well, Arctic has TP advantage here. So if Matthias can push out like a wave and a half and go bot, then I think he's okay. But right now, he doesn't look like he's coming bot, so this is potentially going to be a 4v5.
Which means it's probably they have to probably give the Drake then. Matthias choosing to go topside. I understand he has to catch the wave, but I mean, if you want to fight the feats, yeah, you're not gonna be able to.
I think feats to me are massive here in this kind of a swingy game where there's not much front line.
Oh no, there's front line. There's an Alistar and there's an Ornn. There's front line. So very interesting decision here. I understand the angle. I guess they still just want to scale up. Speeds don't like break the game or anything. Solar Flare doesn't land, unfortunately. How do you get
Good
onto this
voices.
play, man?
You don't.
Oh, but he does
Oh.
actually whiff everything, so
Uh-huh.
now this could be an angle. I mean, if they want to defend this mid turret, I do think they can.
The EE'd.
Oh, but
That's a
all right,
feels
here
bad.
comes Mom. Could have chunked him out a bit. We do see Arctic from the side, though. He's going to get a knock on a Brandino. Let's see what this are going to be. Nice ultimate. They're trying to focus down the Alistar to get the resets here, but the Alistar is going to get massive shields. Here comes in the kill here from Avo. Can't kill this Alistar. He's just living forever. He's finally going to drop. I just don't think that's enough. Geoprob running for the hills. The slow is going to be there.
Matthias getting quite a bit of stacks off that fight. Like, I think this is your only real win con here. Matthias up to 192 stacks now, so 10 stacks a minute.
I don't know if it's your if it's your only win con, but it's definitely one of those angles where it's like, man, you can't finish off anybody to get your final resets here. That's what I was talking about. You need more burst. It's just not enough. There's a lot of damage coming out of Matthias, but there's also a lot of damage coming out of Good Boy. Good night.
Oh.
We're going to try to turn on to this Alistar, but so many members here. Not going to land the knock-up. Geoprow can try to run, but I don't think he has a chance of running too far. Nice solar flare, but it's not going to mean too much. This Leona is not long for this world. And I know this Hawaii pickup, it's really annoying for their team. They have no real good engage for him.
Yeah, the thing that was really interesting from my end is picking the Victor in the play. Like, I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know if Krieger's just, I won't say limited on champions, but I just don't know if he wasn't sure what to pick here. I mean, you could have slotted, like, maybe Syndra in here, something else that could have scaled decently well with a little more burst.
Yeah, this is
right now.
It's gonna sound funny, but shit, just walk at him with Annie. Like, I mean,
it's a thought as well. Hui traditionally is not great in the burst champions. You know, can outrange Syndra, but the moment you get hit by an EQ from Syndra, you're just kind of dead.
I mean, really, it's the fear that's making it hard for them to play the game, right? I mean, when that ability's down, it's fine, but that's why I love something like Sejuani into the pick, but this is what they opted for. Now Aristotle's forced to try to run away, but Aristotle is just dead. Too much damage. They do pick up the mid turret, but man, what can he do?
Not be there. Yeah, there's nothing else.
Krieger
trying to go in.
He's
Oh,
actually playing it decently well, but unfortunately there is just a whole team to back him up. No 1v1 for you today. You can try to put on the outplay boots, but they're just not going to matter as Avalon ends up picking up this kill. And now you're seeing Coinflip start to kind of get bled out here. Yeah, I kind of feel like the focus they put into Good Boy last game was the focus they needed to put into Good Boy this game, because Hawaii is the only champion here that was going to mess with them, and I'm just kind of watching this more and more. I look at them like, man, I actually don't even see a way for them to win. Just how the champion interactions work.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it either. Like, Instinct can just do whatever they want around the map. Smolder is at 225 here.
Good Boy almost falling, but it's not enough. The shields are just too much.
Lord.
Don finds an angle. That looked like the best fight they might have had. Matthias almost being able to get the kill, but he just was not able to pull it off. And eventually he's going to get walked down here. W is going to be enough.
Oh.
My goodness. Slow, so close. I mean, if Good Boy dies there, maybe this fight goes a different direction, but just too much.
I think the major thing is Good Boy not dying there doesn't give the shutdown over the Smolder.
And now they're on sole point here. We're at 24 minutes. You know, earlier I know you mentioned this, and I wanted to say you said something about Instinct, not really Ivern players, but actually Avalon's a very well-known Ivern player. So I didn't know if you knew that. Plays it pretty well. I kind of wasn't thinking about this earlier, but then I remembered, oh yeah, that's right. This guy is really good at the champion.
Yeah, I think there's some junglers that are just sneaky Ivern players. They just don't get to bust it out that much.
I think up until I saw Brandino pick it, he was the only jungler I've ever seen play Ivern that I can recall.
Cal Poly's jungler, I thought, played a little bit of Ivern.
Maybe Gyarados does. Alright, now the question is, how does Brandino get into this Baron pit? I just don't think he does. He's just trying to jump in there. He's trying to fight. He flashes out, but he actually flashes into Krieger. Unfortunately, gets Krieger knocked up, and now it's a double kill for the way. Eclipse is unstoppable. Matthias is running for his life. He doesn't have the flat flap. There's the knock-up. There's the kill. Good night, Geoprow. You can keep running, but eventually somebody's going to catch you. I think Don Don's going to say, I'll kill you under the turret. And there it is. Don Don with the solo kill in supporter combat. Here's the cowbell, and I think that's pretty much going to ring true for this game. Kind of feeling like a GG.
Yeah, looks that way here. Orin items also starting to come into play. Down 9K. What do you think Coinflip tries to do in this game 3 here? Looking ahead.
Man, you know, honestly, I think it's really starts in this draft. They have yet to outdraft Instinct in these first 2 games. I think there's always been a proper answer. I feel like you just have to, as I'm speaking, Brandino is more than likely dead here. He just popped the ulti. It's enough to live. But I think it starts in draft. You have to be able to, when the counter is presented to you, you have to get a good counter. You have to make it hard for somebody to play the game. Oh my god, the cancel on the jump. Good boy picks up the kill. Because you constantly see that here from Instinct. Every single move they make, it's almost as if they see it coming before it happens and have an answer across the board. And if Instinct can start pulling some different things out and kind of confuse the draft a bit, it might be playable.
Yeah, I do agree with the draft side of it for sure, and I do feel like overall Instinct has been tracking Brandino really well this whole series so far. Like you said, it just feels like they're always, you know, a step ahead of Coinflip in these games here. So I love the style of comp that Coinflip drafted game 1, even though it was, I don't. Like, the word that comes to mind is predictable, but I don't think that's the right word. Like, it was expected, you know, that they would love these type of fightery, brawly type of comps. Oh, Lord.
I honestly
Good
at
boy,
this
just
point feel bad
stop.
for Krieger. I mean, there's nothing you can do. It's just snipe after snipe after snipe.
He did pick into this matchup.
And they're trying to shut down Good Boy, but Brandino is just shutting himself down. Get engaged there by Don Don. Aristotle is bleeding to the Ignite, gonna fall. Geoprow once again is going to be sacrificed. Matthias can try to run, but a flash in there, then into a headbutt. Good night, game 2. That's a wrap. Triple kill for the Corki. And Instinct right now are all up 2-0 and ahead of this series. I don't know, CLT. But game 3 is going to have to be a big switch up here for Coinflip.
Yeah. Yeah, they have found very little success these 2 games into what Instinct's drafted. So, but you did call what 2-0 start by Instinct, and then Coinflip will battle back.
I did. Let's see if I can if the magic is there. If I'm really onto something, or if I was just crap shooting this one.
You did really well at the predictions in the quarters. So
I did. But this might just be copium. I think at this point, Coinflip is kind of feeling weighed down. At this point, they're probably feeling more than likely like there's not much of a shot. When you lose to a team this many times, I mean, it's 5 straight losses to Instinct. I mean, it definitely has to eat away at the mental, but I think this is where legends are made, man. You got to rise up to the occasion. Don't focus too much on what's happened in the first 2 games. Don't focus on what's happened in the past. Focus on what the future presents, and we'll see, CLT.
yeah, 100% with that. Though I do think Coinflip has like some of the best mental in a team environment. Like they just don't they don't over focus on positives or negatives here. They just play their game, and we'll see what happens here. But
No,
there's a lot of Coinflip picks, like champion picks, that are off the table for this game 3.
yeah, I mean the ones we know, right? I mean, that's for sure. And I think sometimes not being able to identify certain things, I feel like the Ivern was a kind of miss there. But I also think, where's the Renekton? I really feel like the Renekton should have came out there in game 2.
Yeah, I also feel like sorry. Um I feel like though um like they're getting baited into a lot of their picks. Like, the Leona game 2, I could argue like could have been something else, like defensive, if you're trying to play in front for these 3 hyper carries, like a Braum would have been solid here, but I don't think it really fixes what's going on here. I just think Instincts had really, really good answers in the draft. So we shall see. Game 3 pull up for me. There we go.
We're in there, by the way. We're playing game 3, everybody. GeoProw um, and Don are going to take over the cast. So we'll be right back, as they say.
Let's just see. Is this the first game for Coinflip on blue side? This is. So Coinflip finally getting blue side here in this game 3. We'll see if this changes things in the draft here. I look for Instinct to keep lobbying some key bans out there. As you noted, the Renekton. Krieger really has like maybe Mel left open, and maybe another like 5, 6, 7 pick for him. Um, what's Brandino gonna play in the jungle? Like
I
this
mean,
is kind of
he
something.
definitely still has options. I think, his pull is not completely gone or anything, just because he's down his Vi and he won't be getting his Elise. But I do think, from my perspective here, and this is my big perspective here, is just don't be afraid to pull something out. I mean, at the end of the day, this is game 3. You're down 2-0. You have nothing to lose. If you leave it all out
Mel's
on the
left open.
rifts, it's great. What about Mel?
I would be shocked if Mel's not B1 here.
Mel, please don't Mel B1. Thank you. I think that's garbage, actually.
I think it has some innate value
The
the
last
longer
time we
you get into
saw it, even
this.
though it won, I still was not impressed with the pick. I did not like seeing it. I don't want Mel B1, man. Score is 2-0 to the side of Team Instinct, and this is a best of 5.
I do want to note, Good Boys LeBlanc is up.
Well, I think if he picks it here, you have to pick Neferi jungle. Like, I'm going to be 100%. Neferi's just so good into LeBlanc.
What mids are on the table? Good Boys LeBlanc.
Karthus.
Uh,
All right.
ho ho.
It's a Karthus hover, but okay, yeah, they're not going to lock that in.
I didn't think so.
So that's going to be Arctic's Volibear more than likely. Now, I think I've seen Avo play this before, so it is a technical flex, but I'm going to predict it's more than likely going topside. Now the question is, where's his Pantheon going? We know that GeoProw can also play it. We've seen it in the jungle, so I do think it's the best B1 they can get here with the most value. Let's kind of see what they go here on B2, B3. It's going to kind of give us a lot of information. Here's the Syndra. So they're going to say Syndra B2. How do you feel about that?
I think it can be punished if you pick it into the wrong mids. Like, I know, like, take Rurika or like Bananasaur last split, where like they can play. They have some really solid picks into it, like Xerath, Vel'Koz, Ziggs, Hui to some degree. Like it's not a great laning phase, but Hui does outrange in the mid and late game. But I think honestly, like right here, you could easily smash like an artillery mage into this low range comp here. You've got Jhin as well. So I don't know if Instinct has that in their back pocket, but you're up 2-0 here. So I would think Good Boy could pick something a touch spicy here. Maybe.
I'm wondering if they're gonna pull out the Malphite here top, bro, because I think there's a great angle. Okay, never mind. They're gonna go with Avo's Wukong. All right, so it is the top lane Volibear.
Getting rid of the flex option. Man, I guess it could still be Wukong top, but
That'd be
we
spicy.
I don't think we've seen it this split.
I do expect 2 mid bans coming out of Coinflip though, and I'm anticipating GeoProw probably taking the focus here. Expect his support pool to get pinched. Never mind. They're gonna go with the Kog'Maw ban, which is actually pretty smart. Coinflip has pulled out the Lulu Cog before, and I do think that could wreck a game, depending on the setup. But I have a sneaky suspicion now. Like, hear me out on this. Would Lulu be bad for Instinct right here on the R4?
For Instinct? No, I don't think so. I think it'd be a pseudo deny, but Wukong Volibear do enjoy enchanters quite heavily.
Yeah, I almost feel like you should just ban the Lulu here if you're Coinflip. I don't even think you play for it because I think Instinct wants to take it from you anyways, and I don't think you want to buff up this Wukong or Volibear in any way. The Jhin doesn't really favor it for sure, but I think you just ban it. They're taking away the 80 carries, so I was wrong on my idea of focusing the GeoProw. They said no, we'll just make it so you either play Lulu with something random or not. But even that said, they can still take the Lulu right here. Like, it's still an option.
Yeah, with some of these engaged supports getting taken off the table and Rel Braum, Rakan now all getting banned. Like I think you're forced in the support role onto quite a few enchanters. I mean, you've got
Bard,
Bard, Blitzcrank, Thresh
Zerath,
left
this
up.
Zerath hover, because Zerath Jhin combo. Okay, it is the Bard.
I mean, Xerath Jhin goes pretty hard right now here for Instinct, so um, it is a possibility here. Like I think if you're coin flip, you see all of this engage running at you. That something,
Senna
Senna,
top
if the
10.
game is slow enough,
I'm not gonna lie to
Senna
you. You
top
know what
10.
I love to have seen here, to be honest. Oh, never mind. It's the Aurora support pick for GeoProw. They're full sending it, man. They are full sending it. This is 100%. Crazy in the crazy, crazy, crazy.
I don't know if this is the right spot for it. Because I think the moment your trade patterns you're on even or lesser playing field, like this Volibear Wukong, you're never ever gonna get through this front line as Aurora support. Now, it could be. Oh, oh, who called that one? Good boy, pulling out
You know,
the
it's so funny
Vel'Koz
because I
mid.
was thinking Vel'Koz's last game would have been great into the Hoi, to be honest, with the
Yeah.
range. And here it is. Here's the Vel'Koz pick. This is spicy. Now, here's what I will say. I think once again, Instinct just outdrafted Coinflip here. I don't doubt that in my mind. But what I will say is there is a lot of outplay potential on Coinflip side, and if they're able to hands diff a bit, this game is going to be interesting.
I think that there's one of two ways I think this goes. It has Aurora going support. Is there a chance this is farming Aurora support Senna? Like fasting Senna could be quite interesting here. Because I think Aurora is going to like all those resources to get on top of Vel'Koz and one-shot him, and same with Jin.
Yeah.
But also, if Good Boy plays this Vel'Koz at all, like he plays these other champions, this is the most impossible game for Coinflip, I feel like. Because there's no chance they have any tools to get on top of Vel'Koz. Even if Pantheon Gnar like try to dive the backline, they have to be super in sync, especially with Mega Gnar Pantheon ult. But then you have Bard ult protecting and Wukong Volibears like disruptions. This is so hard for Coinflip to play in this draft.
I'm going to use the restroom. Project E going hard in the background right now.
Ooh, nice.
I'm on to you.
Seriously? Seriously? Lame.
Alright, CLT, I'm back. My Spotify just hit me with the good old ads. Gotta love it. Question is, did CLT leave? I think he did,
Nope,
guys.
he is here.
Oh,
He
he
is
is here.
here.
He is here. All right, guys. I'm gonna bottle flip right now. If I land this bottle flip, we're gonna get to 5 games. If I don't, GG. I landed it. First try. There it is.
That's crazy.
No, it's actually insane that I just did that on the first try. What the hell? Oh, okay. All right. Uh, that means they have to win this game, which is kind of absurd. How do they win this game? If both comps are being played at full capacity, that's my question. Unless the Coinflip team has such a big lead early, like if we're talking a 4K lead at 14, 15 minutes, all right, then I can see it. Otherwise, it's just like, bro, how do you play the game?
I don't know if there's ever a world where Coinflip gets to play this game. Not on even playing field. Like, this is such a hard draft.
First gank should be flash over the wall, Raptors onto this Vel'Koz, one shot him. That's what I want to see.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, I think Syndra heavy trades early, gets him low enough to where Pantheon level 3 is enough to basically almost kill himself. And all it takes is a flash, like I said, a flash for the wall, insta W, into a, you want to play for Q there, right? So you want to W on 5 stack, auto, and then you want to get an EQ out of Syndra during that stun, and then you get another auto in there, and then Q, and that should be enough damage to one-shot the Vel'Koz if the Vel'Koz is at like 40% to 50% HP. That's honestly what I want to see. Are you in game?
I am not. So
I will pause the game for you. Pause the
I am
12
now
seconds.
in game.
Okay, like I said, I'm at 12.
9, 10, 11, 12. You gotta switch scenes on the stream, my friend.
Oh, my bad, guys. Oopsies.
I got you. That's why I'm here. 22, 23, 24. We're good?
Welcome
Yeah.
to Summoner's Rift.
Alright, cool. I will say, good boy failing us all. No Vel'Koz skin.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Is my scenes not switching? What's going on here?
Nope, it's up on the stream.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay. My Twitch is lagging on my my end. That's what it is then.
Sometimes I restart or I refresh it.
It's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that.
Yep.
Had me worried there for saying like, what's going on?
Minions have spawned.
Well, it is a farming Senna support Aurora. I do think the support Aurora can create some hell here in the bot lane early. But I really... Oh, by the way, this is a Jungle Volley top Wukong. We completely missed that in the load up.
Oh yeah, we did. There was some other stuff going on in our minds, I guess.
But
Wukong is pretty good into the Gnar pick, so I do like that trade there.
yeah, I tend to agree. Krieger taking first strike is just extremely ballsy. Oh, Geoprow taking the 4-shot Q. Oh, big trade here in the bot lane.
Oh yeah, and look at how low Aristotle is. Geoprow also very, very low. But I mean, honestly, both of them are so pretty low HP. A lot of wards on the red side of the jungle here, so they should be able to spot out the clear from Brandino eventually here. I mean, they are aware he's on blue side, but the question is, will those wards expire before he starts hitting the camp? No, they will not. So, really good ward. They won't see him doing his red buff, but they will see him doing his Raptors. Don looking for a roam here. And Volibear matching, so they have no information on Avalon matching, by the way. So, if they do go for a crazy 3v3 bot lane, it's going to be very, very interesting how that plays out. How does Matthias play this matchup, actually? I haven't seen it in a while. I know it was good for Wukong, but I didn't realize actually how good it was for Wukong. The trading pattern is just very, very gross there. Geoprow trying to get a little aggressive in the lane. They do have the level 3 advantage. Poking out Don a bit. Alright. Junglers are going to meet here. Oh, a flash in there. Don also flashing. Oh no, Brandino, you gotta be careful here. Is gonna pop a really, really nice E, so it should keep him safe for a bit. They are gonna turn there onto Avalon as well. They get the root down. Do they have the damage? They don't have the damage. Alright, so both junglers low HP, both supports burning flash. Oh my goodness. Oh, the root! Will it be enough? One more auto will do it. It will. First blood going over to Aristotle.
Oh, that's such a feels bad.
Don killing his AD carry. Unintentionally so, but once again, I mean, Instinct kind of losing in the early game. It's been something that we've noticed a lot from them these last couple weeks, but again, once they get to the mid game, they get so strong. Let's see if they can actually take advantage of this on the side of Coinflip.
Yeah, they just need to find ways of just capitalizing this and playing, I think, a lot more towards their bot lane.
That and
Like,
also, I want to say, I feel like maybe just not as much of aggression, too. I mean, you have the lead already on that side of the map. You don't got to force anything to win at that point. You have the gold, right? Just play it slow, take good, responsible trades is what I'm going to call them.
Yeah.
The score is 2-0 Instinct right now. Brandino's found his way up top. Arctic should have his W here, but really, really well played by Brandino. Is going to get the stun off. Are they going to have the damage, though? They do! And once again, big plays here from Brandino early on, helping out his top laner. This is what I wanted to see in the first 2 games, and we really didn't see it.
Oh, nice stun by Don.
It was a nice stun, but look at the damage. They're going to
return
turn it back. The Ignite onto Eclipse. Fourth shot ain't going to come out. Don is trying to do what he can, but Aristotle's going to be just fine.
This Aurora support just surprising Instinct on how much damage this brings early.
Ooh, you're just going to be very careful walking into that bush. Of course, Good Boy doesn't have all the bursts just quite yet, but still. And look at that Dark Seal buy from Good Boy. He's feeling very confident.
Interesting tech from Krieger, Wing the cannon away from the poke mage, so he can guarantee the stack.
Yeah, but looking to engage here in the mid lane. Will it be enough? Here's the flash away. Does Good Boy actually have enough mana for the ulti? That's going to be the question. Going to drop everything here, and a Good Boy nearly able to kill him. Wow, almost trading it back. That does mean Good Boy will get the push, but Arctic not end up getting the kill here on the row. Means he's going to miss a bit here on the top side. Not too much. Cannon still has not crashed, actually, so I don't actually think he's going to miss anything. So, good roam there by Arctic.
Ooh, Brandino was not caught window shopping there.
There's the little bit of a trade there. Not too much done there. It's Arctic, though. This is where they need to be careful here, right? Like, they don't have to force. Like, don't be walking around in here, but please, no, don't go topside. Skip your topside, Brandino. Contest this Drake. Your bot lane is winning. Oh, this feels bad. I have a feeling this Drake's gonna get started up here shortly. Volibear does it pretty quickly. Oh,
I think this is only acceptable if Brandino gets 6.
Well, it actually looks like he's gonna back off. He's gonna go to his top side. I think he was worried about losing his red side And Syndra being off map here, they're going to go try to kill Arctic. They know this Wukong does not have his flash. This is kind of very interesting.
Oh, Krieger's dropping a wave mid here for this. Brandino just now hitting level 6 off
He's
that blue
gone
buff.
so long that Arctic is not choosing to trade. Very, very smart here. Good information. I don't know if that wave drop was truly that worth it. He ends up missing the cannon. Oh, but a jump in here for Brandino. I love to see it. The ult's going to come out. One more Q. Is it going to be enough? He lands it. Let's go, boy. That's how you do it. It gets me very excited seeing a Pantheon actually land the Q like that. It's not easy to do, especially into a ghosting Vel'Koz there, so. Ooh, really, really nice route there. Oh, I honestly think if Aristotle ult sooner, he may have potential of killing him. I know he still had barrier nonetheless, but. All right, now I think Pantheon just can hit the Drake here. Grubs are being taken. Brandino now is aware of this. He's going to lose his jungle, but yes, there we go. I really feel like Coinflip is playing this map so much better than game 1 and 2.
Agreed. Though I think this is the slowest tempo jungler Avalon's played this series, so it is nice for them to take advantage of that, keep this tempo fast, even though they do have the scaling AD carry.
You know, it's funny. I actually don't think Volibear is that slow tempo. He's actually got a faster clear than Pantheon by far. It's kind of disgusting. But I do think Volibear ganks aren't as easy to find. But meanwhile, Temper Fade is going to land. Flash in there. That's going to certainly be a kill onto Krieger. No chance of living. Eclipse is going to drop the R. Mind you, though, Eclipse does not have flash, and Brandino is showing up. He's going to join the party and say good night. Being punished for the decision.
About to mega out
though,
here.
he's going to mega here. Let's see how he can play this.
Oh, nice buffer from Avalon.
But Avalon just, played this super, super well.
So, nice little response back here from top side after Coinflip attacked the bots. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those situations where you know that the jungler's bot side, you always got to be a little more respectful. Unfortunately, Rice finds a way to be in a bad spot in that situation, and it's going to result in the kill.
Not a fan of Blackfire on Syndra this game. I think you have to go burst, because if you ever are on the same screen as like Jhin Vel'Koz, they're going to die of the burst Syndra.
Ooh, but Aristotle by himself right now, getting hard chunked. He definitely needs his support down here. I mean, I feel like Geoprow is the one that's kind of carrying the damage department right now, so he definitely needs support help. So Vel'Koz Ghost is coming up, but he has no flash. I wonder if they're able to punish this again. Maybe using the Pantheon ult. It is still relatively even in the mid lane. The kill really is what separates them. I guess the kill on the 2 plates. So it is, if we check the gold here. Yeah, it is pretty decent, at least significant, about 300, almost 400 gold. Yeah, I like the pings here for Pantheon. Pantheon doesn't have his flash, but a nice EQ. Oh, he's actually going to find the angle. It's not going to land. Beautifully done here. That's going to be a kill. Krieger picks it up. Doesn't even need to drop the Skyfall. And now allows them to be kind of aggressive in this jungle. They're going to try to take away the blue buff. You see Krieger hovering there. Geoprow is there as well. Geo's got to be very careful, though. He's going to find himself getting caught out, not being respectful enough. Aristotle forced to flash away due to the Tempered Fate.
Arctic took a turret shot up top here. Mega's coming up.
Yeah, Arctic's going to be super chunked here.
Both tops do have TP. Krieger has TP as well.
Well, they tried to get a cheeky cancel, but he saw it coming from a mile away.
Oh,
Oh, nearly gets the solo kill. If that alt lands, that's certainly enough. Oh, here comes the Pantheon. Oh, that's going to be a rampage for Brandino. He did get the cancel initially on the W, but the auto still will go off. Oh, there's a lot of damage now on Aristotle. Eclipse should be dead here, by the way.
oh,
We're seeing him kite away. He doesn't get hit by the ulti. Oh, the CC, though, unfortunately. They're not able to pick up the kill. There was a fight in the mid lane as well, and shut down going over to Avalon. The Jhin was baiting it out with the barrier.
oh.
Gets a sneaky little kill, man.
Well played,
No, I really
Gio.
want to see Aristotle do the combo with the when he lands his W auto into immediate alt there. I feel like that would be enough damage to just get these kills.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if he just underestimates the damage on his ult or if he's just trying to save it for more general uses, but I do. That's twice now where after the snare, I think you just shoot the ult.
Yeah, worst case scenario, maybe he still can live due to the barrier somehow, but I mean, it's a better angle, and it puts you in a safer situation, so you don't have to continue to go forward there. You know, but that's just me. I understand, like, I get the angle, and I know why he's doing what he's doing. He feels like he can just finish the kill. Probably regardless of barrier. Temper Fate comes down. Does miss the stun, but the root's going to come down, but his Pantheon has showed up. But a really, really nice Q out of Don Don means no more follow-up damage. Here comes the curtain call. Can Aristotle walk out of this? He gets clipped by 2. He is going to survive. That means Aristotle should have to reset here. Will they turn on a Drake? Volibear in the top side of the map. There's nothing up there. But they do not know that at the moment, so. And Arctic is walking down. There's no TP on Matthias. Geopark's got kind of an angle. Oh. Does get a little damage on the volley, but nothing meaningful. Brandino walking in there. Pretty aggressive. Oh no, Brandino's gonna fall. They're gonna pick up multiple kills there. One on the good boy. And that's one of those situations. Just play it a little slower. You do not have to force there. How many times have we seen it where Coinflip truly is just flipping the game over something they just don't have to flip CLT? I feel like it's happened every single one of these games. Once the 14, 15 minute mark hits, we're seeing a flip.
Yeah, just this one I think was one of the more lesser egregious ones. But yeah, giving over that shutdown, you know, and getting Pantheon off the map was massive there when you had Dragon up. So, because I also feel like this is a pretty decent Dragon for both teams here, Chemtech.
I'm always a big favor of just playing it slow, letting your team get back on the map. You don't ever have to force anything, especially when you're ahead like that. They're still in the lead here. We're talking about 1K, so. Now the question is, will you be able to get this Drake? Volibear, by the way, is level 11 to level 9 on this Pantheon at the moment.
Don behind.
Oh yeah, he's behind Aristotle here. But they're gonna try to turn on the Volibear, try to shut him down with the W coming in time. Will Temper fight. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, unfortunately, Volibear is going to ult out. Aristotle should eventually die here. 2 Eclipse. 4th shot should be enough, and it will be. They tried to shut down the volley, but fortunately, with his ult, they were not able to do so. Oh, and a flash in there from Don Don. Good boy's gonna get the setup. The ulti's gonna come out. There's no EQ. Does drop the ulti. Yes, he does get a trade kill. Meanwhile, top side, they're able to pick up a kill into Arctic. So some positive things going their way. There's a hero drop. And it's going to pick up the turret. That's a lot of damage there on Avalon. Can Geopal kill? I don't think he can. Does he have his ult yet? He does, coming up soon, but pretty funny to watch.
Well, now we're back to, you know, the next dragon being the decider for Feats here. Actually, no, never mind. Feats was already taken by Coinflip. My apologies.
All right, maybe the Feats will be able to turn the game for them a bit. We will see.
This is the first time this series that Coinflip's gotten a hold of Feats.
Feats are 2-0.
Also accurate, yep.
Losing the shopkeeper feels bad. Oh, Eclipse. He's gonna face check here. Oh, he tries to flash away. Gonna drop the barrier between which world's going to come out. That's a kill going over to the support. But now Avalon's walking over. I think you guys want to run away from this big, scary bear. That's for sure. A lot of action going on. Brandino's trying to find an angle, but really a good W knock up here from the Vel'Koz. Means Pantheon just gonna go home.
Rigger looks like he's building
I
Cosmic Drive
expect
here.
Temper Fate to come out here as the engage is going to go in. Can they kite it out? I just don't think they can. Beautiful ult there from the Volley Bear. Will it be enough? He's going in. The ulti doesn't come out in time. Here's the TP though from Matthias, but there's a TP to match. He's going to have to try to hop away from this. Here's the flash engage. Good night. Everybody's just dying. Geoprow's by himself under a turret. What can he do? Nothing. That's the answer. Meanwhile, there's a solo kill in the mid lane, and everything's falling apart for Coinflip as Instinct. They get a quadra kill on this Volley Bear.
Oh my lord. A map-wide ace for Instinct on the Coinflip here.
And I feel like
Now
that might be GG CLT.
Yeah, Coinflip was in a really solid position, but this this whole sequence of events here, after you get feats, is not ideal. Getting cross-map ace here now for the first time. Instinct is up in gold, up in kills. Otacon is spawned here.
And it's just like
If this team,
it's been the story of the series every single time. They're up a little bit early, and somehow through a couple mishaps, they find themselves down about 3K here at 20 minutes, and here's Otacon back on the map. I feel like we've seen this song and dance already.
yeah, but I do think they're in their lead was allowed to like absorb this cushion. Like they still have the comp and the team fighting champs to fight back. So I don't think it's as doom and gloom here, but you're gonna start to see the draft. Excuse me, the draft diff coming up.
Oh, Brandino, he just kind of wants to fight. He's just gonna walk at Eclipse. He doesn't even care at this point. I do think this is the right play. Just go and get the kill. Meanwhile, though, we do see Krieger is going to fall. Just drop the ulti, do as much damage as you can. Really nice EQ there onto Avalon. They're turning and they're trying to fight Arctic. Arctic actually might find himself in a bad spot because Matthias is here on the back. They're going to flash it onto this Wukong. Another kill going over to Brandino. Now they're going to try to turn onto Avalon. There's the flash in here. Matthias is going to go mega soon. Gets the shutdown. Wait a second. Coinflip is fighting back. They're going to have to be careful, though. Brandino is just walking. Good boy. Oh, wait. The W, is it up? It doesn't look like it is. That means they can turn onto this Drake. Good boy does
Instinct returning
a lot of poke.
Instinct returning a little bit of the favor here.
Ooh, the W is going to land. Oh, but good boy, he just does too much damage. Here's the TP in from the mid laner just to secure this objective. My goodness, what a fight. And they claw themselves back in, and now the game is all tied and even. I love what Brandino did. He said, I don't care. I'm going to kill Eclipse. Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
That is 1,000 gold in the Snar's pocket. Oh, now they're jumping on the good boy. Really nice knock up here. Oh, Geoprow showed up. Does have Flash, so he is going to be able to get out. But I do think that's a really good trade there, Skyfall, for that summoner. That means this Vel'Koz will not be safe on the side lane here for 5 minutes. Almost gets spotted out by the red trinket, by the way. Oh no, Krieger's found himself in a really, really bad spot. If he can just get out the yard damage, he will not be able to do so. He's just going to get picked off. Really just never safe for the Syndra anywhere. Pretty much both mid laners aren't safe by themselves. Walking back there. There's actually a really nice ulti. Brandito's going to get the shutdown. Let's see how he can play it here. He's going to get hit by multiple shots. Arctic is in there. He will be able to kill the Volibear, though. Meanwhile, really nice Temper Fate. They're able to pick up the kill, but that does mean Otacon is not going to drop here. And Matthias has found himself here on the map. They want this fight. They're going to actually land the CC there onto Arctic. They're going to have to be very, very careful. I don't know if they want to stay fully committed. It looks like they do. He is going to Nara out soon. Overall, though, that's really, really good here if you are Coinflip being able to stop the Otacon.
We're starting to see some of the upgraded boots come out, which I think are going to be really, really key. Especially the Brandino once he upgrades his swiftness boots, because he's going to be so fast to get onto this Vel'Koz Jhin here.
My question is, can they play through this Otacon? Like, do they need the Otacon, or can they just give it? Oh, Geopal's going to get some nice poke there on a Don Don. It's a pretty meaningful poke, too. I mean, that puts about half HP, and remember, he was pretty low when the Pantheon found him last time. Looks like they're actually going to trade it. Or are they? What are they doing?
Matthias pushing top here. Brandino's top as well.
Yeah, they're going to get spotted out. Now, mind you, Pantheon can get him with the Skyfall. He's going to try to find an angle, but they're going to wrap him up. Wait, a nice stun on the Avalon. Both junglers are very, very low. Brandino trying to run away. But it is to be secured there by the Volibear. Arctic has found a way in, and unfortunately, oh, the flash over the wall has failed there by Aristotle. He will die, but look at what's happening top side of the map. We're going to have to go over there as the turret has fallen. He is focusing on the inhibitor, but it looks like he's going to back off. Oh, there's the cancel on the reset. Looks like the teams aren't on the same page. As Arctic did get his back off in time. Now, Krieger, can he trade back in damage? He cannot. Now Baron looks to be the focus. And Aristotle does spawn in 5 seconds. So I don't think they can just start up the Baron right away. But they are going to get the setup. Let's see what they do. They might here. I don't know CLT. I'm kind of curious how they're going to play this.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting because I think now you're at the point in time where Instinct's team comp, if they are at an objective first, Coinflip is just, it's impossible for them to walk into.
Oh no,
like
Brandino got spotted. I don't think he realizes that he's not looking at the map. They're going to try to engage, but I mean, Brandino is pretty strong. Look at half chunking this Volibear here. Oh, the flash in there. Nicely done. Will they have enough damage? Here it comes between two worlds, but instantly popping is the Pantheon. But hey, you know what? So far, so good. You'll take that 1-for-1 trade at the moment, as long as you're able to get a little more. Geopron a 1v1 against Bard, though, but that's not a 1v1 because he's going to get clipped there by the W. Here comes the curtain calls. Really, really, really scary for Krieger. If he's hit by one more shot, he should certainly die. Oh my goodness, nearly falling. Avalon does have his ulti. Here comes the bear. He's in there. He wants it. Oh, nice stun. Beautifully played. Will they be able to finish off Avalon? He's getting so low. Matthias does get the kill. There's so much trading on the map here right now. CLT. He's going to get tagged there by the Q. Are they going to try to full commit onto this Wukong? They are. They have the CC. They have the damage. Oh, but he's still got his ulti. Didn't realize Cyclone was still up. But he is going to fall. And Avalon, oh my goodness, what is happening? There's so much on the map. So much fighting, so much trading. They're going at it. It's a brawl. And by the way, Brandino's back on the map. Holy moly. Oh, and here comes the ult out of Krieger. I mean, sorry, Good Boy onto Krieger. He does chunk him pretty heavily, but they are going to start the Drake. They do have the advantage. Oh, here comes the Ghost, though. He wants to get in there. He's trying to look for a play. And you see Brandino's trying to be able to stop him, but oh my goodness, the damage out of this Vel'Koz is so big. It's so immense. And they just don't have an answer. Aristotle's going to walk right into a Bard. Going to find himself dead. Do they want to just try to flip this since they have the smite? It looks like that might be the angle. Oh, no, Avalon has come up. Who's going to get it? It's going to be secured by the Volley Bear. Oh, my goodness. The fighting just never ends. TP in from Arctic. That's a double kill for the Vel'Koz. And I think that we're going to turn on the Baron.
Yeah. What a fucking 5-minute sequence here. Oh, Lord. Yeah, Good Boy's now hit this spike where you cannot walk into any of his poke. And if he gets slowed, there's an Eclipse W coming in, and then Good Boy lands more poke. Like, this comp is just completely online now.
I mean, we're watching Don single-handedly 1v1 people on the map right now, by the way. Something to consider. Like, it's definitely hard for them to play the game. And Brandino's been trying and trying as hard as he can in this game to do what to just keep his team in.
Yeah, this also, like, Syndra's just not able to do any meaningful damage. Went a little more kitey, like movement speed build with this Cosmic Drive and upgraded Ionia boots, but I don't know. These two boots have similar effects. You know, once you're doing damage, you're getting movement speed, but there's diminishing returns on movement speed as well. So, but he has to, or he just gets CC'd.
Oh, Krieger's sitting on top of a ward, man. I have a bad feeling for the Syndra right now. Yeah, good night. Good Boy unloading that R, and that's all she wrote.
Let me check. Arresto, 92 stacks on the Senna, so can definitely put in some work in these team fights, but still a fairly
she's kind of by herself defending this mid wave. That's just it's looking a little scary, but they didn't fully engage onto her. But they are going to engage on Matthias. Matthias dropping super low. Meanwhile, Arctic picking up a kill with Don, and that's going to be the end of Brandino. And this looks like this is going to be the game. CLT, try as they might, coin flip, they could not bring my prediction into play. And that means Instinct, for the first time, are going to find themselves in the finals, because I don't think there's any base defense going to happen here. They're on to the Nexus. Matthias is going to try to go in there, going to land a decent all around to Don, but it does not matter. Everybody is just falling. Krieger, you can do what you want. Aristotle, you can do what you want, but you cannot stop the power of Instinct.
I love the good guy in the chat here from Brandino. So we have what we already knew was coming was a Group A team in finals. Yeah, it was just a matter of which one.
Yeah, and man, I mean, the crazy part is Coinflip had chances in all 3 games. That's something they're gonna have to look back at and, you know, really digest as a team. I think Instinct played the map super well and did find advantages for themselves too, but there was just moments in time where we were watching each one of these games where it's just like, if you just slow it down just a little bit, play around the Fed members and just play a little safer, I think there's a chance that one of these games goes to Coinflip. And if you get one, all bets are off in my book, right? But they just weren't able to pick up a single victory, and their kind of hearts were ripped out of them. So
yeah, I give Coinflip all the credit in the world. They did not go down without a fight. You know, death brushing in game 1 to cut that 6K gold lead to 3. We've seen Brandino make a lot of plays around the map. The bot lane, GeoProw and Arresto played just really well all split, but this playoffs, like it's not out of this world to say, they took the fight to Eclipse and Don and made him work for it. Got a couple kills in the bot lane, but all in all, I think Instinct definitely had a lot of advantages it created in draft, and when you have those type of advantages in a fast-paced game, you start to see them come out in these skirmishes.
Yep. Well, let's do what we always do. First, I want to offer if anybody from the winning team here, Instinct, wants to come on the show, you're more than welcome, or the stream, I should say. You're more than welcome to hop in. And then afterwards, after the interview with them, if anybody from Coinflip would like to join us afterwards, you're more than welcome to. I think I'd love to hear from both teams if possible, but I'm assuming you guys are in the stream. I saw some peeps. So if you guys do want to come in, just hop on in. If not, I guess I could also shoot out a message.
Already working on it.
Hello.
Hello. So
Hi.
we got the Don, huh? And
Yes.
and the
there
Arctic.
we go.
And the
Okay, got
Arctic.
it.
All right,
Got it.
cool. All right. Well, congratulations, guys. First off, on the victory.
Thank you.
I will say all three games were pretty exciting to watch. I think both teams were scrapping well. It seems to be a trend for you guys, though, and I want to start here with this. 5 games now you guys have played in the playoffs, and in all 5 games, you guys have been down anywhere from 1,000 to about 2K gold, maybe even pushing a little more at certain points in certain games, but roughly so around 14 minutes. Are you guys okay with that? Are you all comfortable with that, or do you realize that's happening, or do you think you guys are like ahead? Like, just really, what's going on there in the early game?
I mean, it's the classic lose lane, win game kind of mentality, right? And so, I mean, I think we play pretty well in the mid and late game. We should probably, clean up our early game a little bit, but overall, I trust my team to carry when they need to. So,
Yeah, I mean, Rusty asked us the same thing last series, and like, I don't think anyone ever just plans to be losing at 14 minutes. I think that, like, I don't know. I feel like, at least personally, I very much get in my head sometimes about like laning in comp, just because it's like it feels very different. But then as soon as like, I mean, we've I think that the fact of the matter is we've been playing together, whether in a competitive setting or just like together as friends for years, and so like we know what the mid game and late game are going to look like, and so I think that we're just like really prepared to fall back on what we know in those phases of the game, and we trust each other and know what each other's looking for, so it really helps us to like pull these games back.
Yeah.
I like team-wide synergy in general. Like, just being friends helps a lot.
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think anytime you build a team, I mean, I can speak on my team. We've all become pretty close. Some of them knew each other prior to playing, so I can definitely speak for that. Like when you're cool with everybody, it makes the atmosphere better, generally speaking, and then that can obviously improve the way the game goes, regardless of if it's going bad, because you guys all have the mentality like, hey, it's still playable. But with that said, I do think it's a worrying trend from you guys. So hopefully that gets cleaned up here in finals. Maybe y'all could just pull off the crazy 8 games in a row, being down and win. I don't know.
Let's not try it. But
Yes.
was it even like game 1 and 2 this series we were down?
Yes. Yep.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think game 1 might not been at 14 minutes. You guys were down, but you guys were down in the first like 6 to 8 minutes for sure. There was like a 1K goal lead. They were making some good plays, but yeah, it's just definitely something interesting that I've been noticing. That's for sure. But let's get on to a more positive topic here.
Sure.
Of course.
Yes. We can start with game 3. I want to start with the Vel'Koz pickup here because I know CLT was really excited for that when he saw that. What was the angle on that? And did Good Boy always plan to play it this series, or was it just one of those, hey guys, I think Vel'Koz is great here moments?
Okay, let me paint you a picture. We're in draft, right? Red 3 pick coming up. We're all asking good boy what he wants because we see the Syndra. Radio silence. We don't know exactly what happened, but there were some technical issues, and we kind of just like slammed the Wukong and said we'll just flex it both ways. And then last pick, last pick was his, and he kind of just thought about it, didn't really say much, and just said pick me Vel'Koz. And that's honestly all that's been communicated to me, at least, about the Vel'Koz pick.
Okay.
I think, I mean, he just plays it well, so whatever he decides he wants, we trust, but I don't think there was this big master plan with it.
Well then.
Yeah.
So this is how
I
you
mean,
make it think,
he's.
guys. Just make them pick random picks.
I mean, he's played it a lot in
Yeah,
the past, but I guess just not in this split, or even last split. So I knew he already plays it, and I know he knows when he really likes it. So, I mean, it wasn't even a second thought when he said he wanted it. We kind of just gave it to him. I mean, we can kind of move around with game 3, right?
Yeah,
I
game
mean,
3, I thought. Good.
No, go ahead, TLT. My bad.
No, I thought the adaptation you guys made in drafts, I mean, all 3 games were great, but I was calling for some type of like artillery mage, Vel'Koz, Xerath, something like that, and I was super excited when I seen that Vel'Koz R5.
Also, this Aurora support
Yeah,
does
that's
so much more
crazy.
damage than you think it does.
Yes.
So I
One
love.
shotting at level 5 is crazy.
I honestly I feel an angle here that and I said this kind of on stream. I feel like if Coinflip decided to go away from their normal picks in game 1, it might have been the better angle. So them pulling out the Aurora game 1 would have been even more cracked because you guys would have never seen it coming, just like this. But like it's in a game 1, which like maybe there's a little jitters on both sides, and sometimes that can be like a big difference changer, right? So, I don't know. That was just kind of what I was thinking to myself. Did you guys kind of anticipate most of their picks? Because from our perspective, game 1 and game 2 specifically, at least, it kind of seemed like you guys had them pretty much locked down for the first 2 drafts.
I mean, I'm not. It's mostly Don Don and Eclipse, but I think that as far as like leading the charge on drafting goes, so I'll let him talk. But this whenever we play coin flip, we have to prep so much more because of all the BS they throw out. Like I think that it really like we talked about how we were going to manage an Ivern top if we had to play against it. We've talked about like can we play against the Elise bot, like the Swain bot. I mean, there's so many weird one-offs that a lot of draft and seemed to be just like how do we not let one of these weird picks kind of run away with it, because I mean they play them all very well, so that was a lot of like damage control. But yeah, I mean Don Don, if you want to talk about it, go for it.
For a guy that wasn't too much into the draft, you pretty much got it spot on. I mean, yeah, Coinflip has some great, let's just say like not meta picks here. Biggest thing
chefs.
was taking away the Ivern from Matthias up top, either from bans or seeing just we can just first pick it because I mean Avo plays it, right? And so I think game 1 and game 2 were definitely like as far as we draft, and we were excited to see like what crazy picks they had. Also, the Aurora pick, GoPro has been has been spamming it and telling me how great it is, and he still played it. So I'm not sure. I did see it coming a little bit. I didn't think game 3, but I mean it was there.
It was something. I've seen him pilot this as well, and he always is just hyping up the damage that it does.
Yeah, no, it's I really like part of the reason that I love playing these guys is just because like I appreciate so much how they push the boundaries of what people consider like this. I think that's the cool thing about playing comp is like yes, there's meta, you got to respect the meta to a certain extent, but also like if you have your angle on how to beat meta stuff, you can like practice it and play it with people who know how to work with you and work with those picks. And so like they take that further than any other team in the league, and I like love that about their how they approach the game. So
Yeah, I feel like that's a thing that comes with like just trusting each other because similar to you guys, they've played together a very long time, and so they just trust one another. You know, if they want to pull out something that seems a little weird to some, they'll say, you know what, we're gonna give you a shot, play it, let's see how it works out. And I think more teams should be open to that. When I say that, if your friend comes up to you and says, I want to try this, can we play like 10 games of this, please? Send it. Find out, because sometimes, like you see, you'll never know what could actually come from it. And for Coinflip's sake, it's worked out most of the time for them. I don't think it's a bad thing that they do it at all. So they should continue to do it. And just it didn't
Yeah.
work out this time around, but that's because you guys are just a really solid team.
We appreciate that.
CLT, do you have any particular questions on any of the games you wanted to ask them?
No, I mean we covered a majority of like the content. I guess since you guys played so early in the week here, do you have thoughts on the other semifinals, or who do you want to see in the finals here?
I mean, we've played Femboys. It's one of those things that, they're not, pushovers. So it's not like we're, oh yeah, wonderful. We just get to see them in the finals and roll them over. But it's nice when you get to sort of, you've already done some prep. That being said, I've been saying it in every one of the interviews that I've been on, at least, but I've been trying very hard to not look ahead and just focus on the next game. So now I'll start thinking about those two matches. But no, I mean, I'm excited to play either one of them. Always fun to play a new team, but also always fun to run it back with a team that we battled with.
Of course, Arctic's gonna go with the nice approach, but I really, really, really want Vancouver to win. Oh my gosh.
They don't want the test. They want the so-called easier team in the book. I think that.
I mean, but there's no easy teams left, right?
No, I want the challenge.
Oh,
oh! I want the challenge.
That's what I was not expecting. Okay, all right. Well, I'll say this. I think both teams are fantastic. I predicted that Vancouver is going to pull it out. Just something in my gut was telling me that they could do it. I was a little more skeptical about my coin flip pick, because not that Coinflip couldn't beat you guys. That wasn't what it was. It was more that you guys just darn good. But no, the Vancouver one feels good, man. It feels like Vancouver's got something that no other team does, and it's just this perfect. What's the word I'm looking for? God, help me out here. When you're on a roll,
an X factor.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Momentum. Yeah, they got this perfect momentum. That's perfect, CLT. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's something about that team that they're just flowing so great right now, and they're fun to watch. They tend to throw game ones, which is just perfect, and then they just turn it on, man. Every single time after game one, they're just a whole new team. So that's why I'm really intrigued to see what happens in this series. Do we have a play date by chance? Does anybody know?
I have not heard anything from Binky about when the other semifinals is getting played.
Okay, so it's not out there yet, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be an exciting one. I do think Femboy should have the in my head the advantage, but don't be surprised if obviously you guys are playing Vancouver come finals week.
Yeah, no, stoked to watch the match. Glad to be watching it now from this side. It should be a lot of fun playing in the finals.
Sounds great. CLT, again, are you good? And I will ask after CLT here, was there anything you guys wanted to say before we left you guys to go enjoy the victory? So first we'll start with CLT, and then if you guys got anything left.
No, I thought this was kind of a master class on the draft a little bit, and I think you guys really picked comps that were gonna match Coinflip's aggressiveness and skirmishing quite well. So,
thank you. I did want to say though, shout out to Coinflip and especially Brandino. We've worked with them, scrimming them last split as well, and we've obviously played them a bunch this split. They're one of the nicest groups I've ever worked with, so that's a big thing here.
I completely agree. Yeah, I will second that. Go ahead, Arctic.
Hell, I was gonna third it, right? These are great guys. There we go, 4 for 4. But yeah, no, I mean we've had just such a great experience with all the teams so far, and let's keep this thing rolling. So kudos to all the teams. Kudos to you guys for cultivating this in the league. It's good stuff.
Hey, thanks again, and I will say this to my last follow up to you guys is that you guys are just like Coinflip, man. You guys have been nothing but kind and respectful in the server. Unfortunately, we haven't got to scrim you guys a lot, and maybe that'll happen next split. I think it'd be fun to play against a team your guys' caliber more often, get better. But yeah, you guys have been wonderful gents and wonderful people to have here. So continue to
Yeah.
keep up the good work, bring the positive energy, and we'll see you. We'll see you in finals week.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be looking for some scrim partners to stay tuned up when Don Don gets back from his thing, and before I leave for my thing, we're gonna weave a couple in early next week. So,
Oh, keep that in mind. I mean,
yeah,
will be good for both teams. Good for us for next split because we got a long wait for that one. Well, not
sure.
that long, about 2.5 months, but still.
All right.
Good.
Have a good
Thank
night,
you.
and thanks for casting.
Of course, guys. Thank you, guys. Congratulations again.
Peace.
I got Geopro waiting.
All right, bring him on in. Or should I steal him from the wings? Oh,
Here he comes.
he popped in. Oh, Aristotle
There's-
came in too.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Well, welcome, boys, to the stream. First off, I want to say, even though you guys lost, I still feel like you guys played some fantastic games of League of Legends, and congratulations still on making it this far, even though I know it's probably not the outcome you guys wanted.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's definitely not great to lose. Losing doesn't feel good, but I think overall we're still pretty happy we made it to semifinals. When you look at like the caliber of teams that are left in here, being among them is really nice. Getting past Bucket John Vets was really cool, and just like it was good. It was a good run.
Yep. I'm happy that we went down swinging. We definitely got clapped in the first two games, and our mental was pretty bad after the second one. But we were like, you know what? Let's just pick some crazy stuff. Let's have some fun. Busted out the Aurora support. Tried to play hyper aggressive early game, and the vibes were actually pretty good in the last game, despite us getting smacked again and losing and getting swept.
Yeah, I mean, from what I saw, you guys played really good, like, early games. I mean, you guys had leads in all 3 games early on. I just feel like, and this is just my only critique, really, is something for you guys to clean up maybe in the offseason. I know where you guys get your name. I know how you guys like to play. But maybe when you guys get those leads, slowing it down a little bit would probably be the angle. And I'm not one to speak completely on it all because, hey, I didn't make it past you guys. But when you're against that caliber of a team, obviously, sometimes that can be enough to just get you into the mid game, where I think you guys play really, really well, by the way. As a team, when you guys team fight, you're so solid. But if you guys go into a team fight with kind of evenish gold, you're playing another pretty good team fighting team. So, you know what I mean? That's
Yep,
my only take.
Something we talked about after the third game, after all the games really, is we get picked a lot against Instinct especially, and they seem to always have 5 when we don't, and they can capitalize on that. And so they're just really good at being in the right place at the right time, having wards down in advance, and we play a little too loose. And so a team like Instinct that is really on their game all the time in the mid game, and we saw this in their last series as well, where they would get sloppy in the early game, fall behind, but then come mid game, like they were just there, they were on it, and they can claw back leads really effectively, and then they just don't let up once they have a lead.
Yeah, I think that's a great breakdown of them. I want to say, though, how are you guys feeling overall when it comes to your guys' bot lane performance? Because I think you two played fantastic in the bot lane, personally. Regardless of score lines, I think you guys were like really doing well.
In the bot lane, take that.
In the bot lane, we played fine. We got like very early advantages, but just like true to our name, we would get an early advantage and then push it a little bit too far. And Instinct is the team in the league that stops us when we push too far. The other teams in the league haven't yet. So when we're trying to play hyper aggro like that, we just got to get a little bit better at it. So I'm a little bit disappointed in our bot lane performance, but we did make some positive plays, which I'm happy about.
That's good to hear.
COT, do you have any questions for them about any picks or anything that was going on in the series in particular?
I mean, we don't have to deep dive like too much in the draft. I just really think when it came to the draft, Instinct did a lot of their homework. You know, you guys picked a really, really brawly comp in game 1. and then the fact that they had Talia, Poppy, Renata, just it really stunts the style of game that you guys want to do. So I thought Instinct was super super well prepared coming into this draft wise. I think you guys tried.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think you did push the creativity a lot. I think the Smolder top was a nice attempt at it. They stole a lot of your guys' picks. The Hui, the Ivor, and stuff like that. But you guys stayed true to your nature. Like game one, when you guys were death bushing, you cut a 6K gold lead down to 3, and it looked like you guys were finding ways to try and exploit the map advantages you'd create, even though draft wise, Instinct would get the better end of it. But this Aurora support really made games chaotic, and um, you guys just never back down from your style, which I absolutely have the utmost respect for.
Yeah, one thing that I personally hate is getting behind in a game and then sitting there AFK and just getting more and more sad as they just like take a tower and everyone says, "Oh, we can't fight, we can't fight," and then they take a dragon and it's, "Oh, we can't fight, we can't fight." Like after a point, if you're far enough behind, you should just be throwing yourselves at the wall and just trying things. And we got some like cheesy bush stuff, hit a couple hooks in game one and made that small comeback, and we could definitely feel that there was like a chance there. And you don't get that chance if you're not trying for that kind of play.
Yeah,
I
I
totally
definitely
respect that.
agree with that. I think there are times where like if you have the comp for it, you can sit back and chill. Like there definitely are
Oh yeah,
ways. But I do agree on the sentiment that there are certain situations, and I thinking that the game one there, you guys really did have to just try because they were just going to get to the point where you couldn't really do much into them anyways if you just watched it happen. So I do agree with that sentiment in that situation.
Mhm.
yeah, and I'm sad the Aurora support didn't work, but I'm happy that I did enough damage on it that I'm not going to get completely clowned for it. I mean, I think if I played a little bit better, if Bard's Q didn't magnet to walls that I wasn't behind, not salty, uh, would have been able to do a lot more in that game. But uh, yeah, I thought it looked pretty good, and
I
I
mean, we
think it's a pretty good pick. I'm probably going to keep playing it.
One thing I
yeah,
want to point out is that when GeoPro and I fall behind bot lane, we tend to int. And when Eclipse and Don fall behind bot lane, they just never die again, and then they find ways to be effective, and they win the game for their team. And I think that's really impressive. You saw in game one, we got ahead, we played over aggressively, they clawed it back, they won the 2v2 against us. In game two, we got ahead, we overextended a little bit, they played conservatively, and they were able to have great advantages. And in game three, we got ahead, and they weren't really doing anything bot lane, but they also were never dying, and they played around their Volibear, and Volley got a quadra kill, and they were off to the races. And I think that's a really impressive skill, one that I don't possess most of the time. So props to them.
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, I think that's what makes him just so hard to play against. But I mean, Don was just in here cursing that Aurora support, so
Yeah, he did
He's just
that.
mad that Aurora W'd into the middle brush from the back brush and then one shot him while he was backing. But
he didn't.
he has those
He didn't.
days.
He didn't say that, but it is worth throwing out there as a clip to remind him.
Just clip it and say you might have beaten me, but I solo killed you. No, I think he solo killed you too, didn't he? One time, GeoPro on the Bard.
Yeah, we were like caught out in the mid lane. Bard's gonna win that 100 times out of 100. That champ's crazy.
Yeah, just starts smacking you. I think the W from the Jin clipped you, but realistically, we all know you were gonna die eventually there.
Oh yeah, Bard wins that 100% of the time. Yeah.
What a fair champ.
Yeah, I mean, all respect to Instinct. Again, they're like 8-0 against us or something. We'll get them one day. But good luck to them in the finals. I hope they pull through.
Yep, they're a great team, great people. I'm rooting for them absolutely.
Awesome.
Group A supremacy.
Well, with that being said, are you what's your thoughts on the other semifinal here?
Well, as I said, Group A supremacy. I think it would be really funny if it was a Group A versus Group A finals matchup. I would feel vindicated for coming in third in our group if it was a Group A versus Group A finals matchup.
Also fair.
But Vancouver, it really impressed me in the playoffs so far. I didn't think much of them ending in the regular season, but then they've popped off in the playoffs, and so I think it should be really fun. And I know that Femboys can definitely ramp up. They have a lot of extremely good players on their team.
Yeah, and here's the thing to note: both of these teams have come from the wild card all the way through, right? So neither of them got that bye. So they're both seasoned up right now. You know, they're not dry
Really.
by no means.
Yeah, they've played more League of Legends.
So it should be a banger series for sure. I'm really hoping that it's not another 3-0 because I was not happy to see that at all today. I want more league. I think it's just better,
Yeah, it
especially
might
with
be.
fearless. So no, you're fine. Let's pray for just more League of Legends in that series, regardless of who wins.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I mean, hey guys, thank you again for popping in. I think you guys are the first team to ever do this after a loss, so I think that's really admirable of both of you guys to still be interviewed afterwards. Um,
Oh,
I
one other thing.
Go ahead.
I would just love to see Good Boy make a mistake at some point.
Wait, okay. I watched over the 3 games. He made mistakes. He wasn't perfect, but
I'll believe it
he
when I
is.
see it.
Watch it back. Watch it back. He did make some mistakes. I actually, because
That guy feels like
caught him.
he had me on a string in the third game. It was insane.
Well, honestly, I don't know how you guys play the game into that way. I don't really see much.
All right, yeah, and he
Oh
predicted
no,
my jump in
Vel'Koz. That was
Tristana.
Vel'Koz. I'm sorry.
And game 2, he predicted my jump and feared me as I landed my jump.
Yeah.
He
And
did that so many times that game.
I was miserable. He's just so good.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Actually, now thinking about it, I think there was a way to play into the Vel'Koz, and you guys were kind of doing it. But yeah, the Hawei was hard, and no matter what, like he had perfect picks in the situations, and so he made it difficult. And you guys did what you guys could, but
He's just goaded.
yeah, man, he's just good at the game. I don't know.
He's just.
Delete him. Can we just delete Good Boy from the league? I have a delete button,
All right. Well, thanks for casting, guys.
of course.
I appreciate it. Thank
Have a good night, everyone.
You too,
you
guys.
as
have a good
well,
night.
gentlemen.
All right, guys. Well, that's gonna be it for us. We'll wait and see when the next series is going to be played. Femboy 6-0 is what Binky is predicting. It's going to be very interesting, to say the least. I'm really excited for that matchup. Other thing to point out, I think All Stars should be getting played soon, probably the weekend of the finals. So it is going to be happening, guys. We haven't forgotten. Rusty should be getting that set up, so look out for that. And yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. So I mean, thanks again, CLT, for coming on as always and casting with me, and thank you to everybody watching. Thank you to the 2 teams that participated today in the games, and it's gonna be a fun end of the split. We only got 2 left, so that's it.
Yep. And Binky in the chat saying Sunday for the other semifinals. Just trying to confirm time.
Sounds great.
So
that's ridiculous, Pinky. You have too many people in leagues, but maybe next time you guys play in the league after the split, you guys won't all be playing a billion leagues at once. If
Bro,
it is,
somebody-
then, well, good luck, I guess. Scheduling
Dude,
will always be hard.
I know somebody last split was in 7 different leagues. I'm like, dude, chill.
That's too much. I
Yeah.
love it and stuff, but I don't think I can see myself playing in any like money leagues anytime soon. It's just not. I don't think something my team wants to do personally. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't really want to do it. So I don't know. We'll see. If I ever end up in more than one league, it might be fun. If not, I enjoy this chill league. It's laid back. It's a good time. So,
Agreed.
but yeah, thanks guys again, and we'll see you soon. This Sunday it sounds like. So
Yep.
have a good week.
Deuces.
GG.